Report shots fired. Report shots fired.
I repeat, we got one in custody. I repeat, we got one in custody.
Maybe they have already been taken to the hospital.
Hold on.
What I
Let's get
am
in.
seeing
Let's
as
get
I
in.
look toward the entrance of Union Station there's a good amount of people who are exiting. So you might imagine that
What is
those
going on,
people
ladies and gentlemen?
ran
Welcome,
into
welcome,
Union
welcome,
Station,
welcome.
shelter in place when those shots rang out, and now police are escorting them out. Brad,
If you're just entering, there has been a shot. There's been shots fired here. Multiple people have been struck. If you are just coming in, ladies and gentlemen, again, multiple people have been struck at the Kansas City parade. I do not know what's going on. The world's going wild. You know, you got Patrick Mahomes out here throwing 333 yards with 3 stuck in the backyard with a bird. All different types of stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what we'll talk about.
Well, guys, I'm standing in front of the shooting scene. It happened right over there to the right of that tree there. You can see a wheelchair. It happened in that area there. Imagine this intersection here being filled with hundreds and hundreds of people walking very calmly away from Union Station when suddenly what appeared to be fireworks ended up being gunfire broke out. They immediately, the police began to run in as people tried to run out. There was screaming, there was crying as people tried to get away, tried to get their families away, and they ended up apprehending someone over there behind that red where the
again, they did mention, I don't know if you missed it or not, they did mention that 2 people were in custody. There's multiple people shot. Somebody even mentioned seeing blood coming out of somebody. So I wanted to come on and report on this really fast. This is a crazy developing situation down here after the Kansas City 3. Let's see what they're talking about.
No guarantee about that, but that's what we were told at the time. That's what I heard several police officers yell to other police officers, is that we have a suspect. They then began treating people. Photographer Greg Melota says a total of 4 people were treated and 2 were given CPR. 2 were given CPR in front of him. So it all happened right here. It was very frightening, with hundreds of people running in all directions trying to get away from this situation.
All right, Neil, thank you. If you are just joining us right now, we want to kind of catch you up to speed to what has been a breathtaking morning and then ended with a result.
All right, so look, it went from
I don't know what you guys
to this.
They
Come here.
down
Up to here, right?
Party, and they are now trying to make their way either back to a shuttle or back to wherever they parked, as far away as that might be. But
so this was just developing.
Told us, it said, hang on, something's going on. We're not sure exactly what happened, but we can tell you that police have activated the officers there. At one point, you could see people who are crouching down.
Check on
so we
her.
don't,
Check
again,
on her. Check on her.
we don't know if there was something that sounded like what may have been rather a small explosion, a gunfire. We don't know, but people are crouching down. Police have activated. At one point, we saw people sheltering behind a vehicle. So we're trying to figure out what is going on as you're watching this with us. So we're gonna keep it right here on KCTV5. This is happening live. As you can see, that officer right there has his gun drawn. So this has now taken what has been a celebration, has now taken a very serious twist.
Yeah, something on the other side of that barricade. And we
What
did see
happened here,
one
ladies and
stretcher emerging from inside that barricade as well just a few moments ago, being carted away by these smaller
they're rushing
emergency
too.
vehicles here in this crowd. It does
Somebody
look
must
like
be
they're
hurt
attending
bad.
to something there on the ground, on the sidewalk, right there inside that barricade. So as soon as we can, we'll let you know.
Yeah, we're continuing
I heard someone
as a
yell,
news
"Multiple
organization.
shot,
We're now
multiple
trying
shot."
to communicate with our crews in the field, and we're going to continue to stay on.
Again, developing over the last 30 minutes, there was shots broken out. People, over 4 people hit. That's what I'm hearing. Over 4 people hit here at the Kansas City Chiefs parade. Absolutely insane. I mean, But then again, do we expect, we got all these people talking about Taylor Swift, Swifty, you know, you probably had somebody go out there and light it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is insane. This is going on more in our country these days.
On the air with you following the parade and the celebration. This has now taken a turn. We don't know exactly what has transpired, but clearly police
I'm sure that's
have taken this very seriously. We're seeing another stretcher that is being pulled out. This is from a different camera angle that I'm able to watch here in the studio, but appears to be a somewhat chaotic situation taking place outside of Union Station right now. But we did see some people who were crouching down. So we continue to wait and wonder, just as you are, as to what's happening.
Yeah, and as you can see, clearly the source of all of this seems to be to the right of that main stage there where the pep rally just took place. I do believe that was KCTV5's Neil Jones. He was kind of positioned with the crowd right there in that area. So I'm very, very curious to hear from him. And as soon as we get him back live, we'll go to Neil Jones here momentarily.
This is a tweet from the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department that says this, quoting from this tweet: "Shots have been fired around Union Station. Please leave the area." Let me repeat that. The Kansas City, Missouri Police just tweeted this out.
You heard that
moments ago. Shots have been fired around Union Station. Please leave the area. So as you can see in this shot here now, we're seeing there are 900 Kansas City, Missouri police officers who are along the parade route to keep things safe. You're seeing them now mobilize. We're seeing hearing sirens, seeing lots of flashing lights. We've seen people that look like they were taking cover. So that would we couldn't hear the shots fired, but it looked like they were taking action as if they had heard something like a shot.
Well, and then we saw much of the crowd, you know, initially just kind of moving away pretty quickly. But then when I started seeing people running, that had me quite concerned.
And so there's the shot that I was talking about. Look at all those police cruisers right now with their flashing lights on. Police being anyone who's there is now being urged to leave. And we've seen, as we've watched from our aerial shots, it has, most people evacuated very quickly, but still, with that many people down around Union Station, hundreds of thousands of people, it is not easy, as you can imagine, to get that big of a crowd to disperse so quickly. But again, Kansas City, Missouri.
Again, if you're coming in, there has been 4 people allegedly that have been shot here at this Kansas City Chiefs parade. I'm looking for more information as we speak on this story. The story is just breaking. It's just coming in. Again, 3 people, or 4 people, they're saying, actually. Reports of 4 people. Hold up, I'm changing this thumbnail too. Absolutely insane.
No, I didn't hear any shots. So the only thing that cued me into something was going on. We heard a lot of sirens coming down.
You said you see a lady in a
stretcher or so. So I kind of went over there to see what was happening. It was a Kansas City Fire Department ambulance, followed by a
now marred by a terrible shooting.
Area that I was talking about, from about the fountain to Union Station. And keep in mind, and as a reminder, the whole day we were talking about the fans and the families and the kids. Who are you going to want to see today? Patrick Mahomes. So that's the crowd that was here, was a lot of the families, a lot of the kids. And you can see right now live that we are having somebody taken out on a gurney into one of these ambulances too.
I cracked my eyes a little bit ago. I seen this. I'm like, what?
On a stretcher here, getting taken away in this ambulance now as well. We're not even sure how many victims we're talking about here. According to Neil Jones, he knows of at least 4 victims that they've seen treated, and this very well could be now a 5th added to that number.
And I can just tell you, Kansas City Police just tweeting this out moments ago. They're now saying multiple.
And, I mean, there's a paddy wagon, several ambulances. The road is shut down. 1 fire engine. So there's a huge presence, and that's where Laura was talking about some of the officers kind of making their way in that direction. So we're kind of still keeping a close eye on what's happening, because you just see some of the activity sporadically happening from one end of Union Station, then all of a sudden on the other end of Union Station.
And this is all on the west side,
Yeah, so it's all on the west side, where we just saw moments ago where they had someone in custody and in handcuffs and taking them over to a police vehicle
Somebody
or
said,
a
"Let's
law
go,
enforcement
Brandon."
vehicle.
And
So
we've got yet another stretcher headed toward Union Station. So let's go to Kelly. Kelly, you have someone who witnessed what happened.
Safe home. All right. Again, they were there. They didn't see exactly what happened, but they definitely saw the ripple effect and the fear on everyone's faces.
Okay, hold on. I'm pulling up the right one. We got multiple feeds on this. I want to check it out.
and that was one of the things that Kelly and Dennis were talking about, all the waves of people heading in their direction. And I think that was the worst part of it, or not the worst, but it was difficult because you have hundreds of thousands of fans in here, and you saw people who knew what was happening, but they couldn't go anywhere.
Again, they have 2 people in custody.
In this crowd trying to flee this area where you had a lot of people who were just unaware of what was going on. So you just have people just kind of coming in together and just not knowing where to go. Because I know that Chris was asking earlier if people were kind of taking cover, but there just wasn't anywhere to go to take cover. And as a frightening experience for those who were in that crowd who kind of heard the gunshots and knew maybe something was happening, even for us up here where we didn't hear it, but our photojournalist as a security detail heard the gunshots at first. And then when we heard the second gunfire, we knew, that's something. It was a frightening experience. Another ambulance is now pulling in into this area, fire and rescue.
It's one of those situations that is so surreal, you guys, because it takes up all of Union Station.
Hold on, I'm gonna get a
front part of
Union
get
us a
Station.
scanner. Hold on one
and
second.
Like Glenn said, the team was still on the stage. It had just wrapped up, and you had this cluster of people that obviously knew what happened, and then all of a sudden you had these police officers running through the crowd. But then you had, a majority of the crowd just basically still enjoying
I got the scanner coming up right now for
grand celebration that we all took part of as a
Cindy
city.
came to TurboTax.
And then all of a sudden it was just sort of a calm chaos.
I don't know.
Police officers.
Again, if you're just coming in, there was a mass shooting here at the Kansas City Chiefs parade. Several people were struck, 2 people in custody. Wow, coming in right now. I wonder what's going on. They heard pop, 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 pop in the background of the stream. I heard it myself, so it was pretty insane hearing the gunshots live on stream as I was watching this parade today.
So just to kind of give you an idea of what we're monitoring here, the team buses are still here. We thought we saw, we could see from here that they're kind of putting people on the buses. We've seen like 1 or 2 buses pull away, but they're still here. We're not clear. It's not clear if the team is still here or not, but people were taking cover inside Union Station as well. We do understand that police officers have kind of released them outside Union Station. There's a perimeter of police officers and police tape that's surrounding all of Union Station to the south side here, all around the fountain, all around the stage. And so there's definitely a heavy police presence here outside in front of Union Station. To the east, there are a couple of, there's plenty of police officers who are there, a couple of ambulances on the east side, and then to the west side is where a lot of the activity.
Tax 7 to Captain Beck.
Okay, I got
this time. After this, we'll get an updated list. This time, that is the count.
I do have
guys. We're getting close to rolling the extra buses out. How close are you? Dispatch, this is Rescue 1. You got a fire going on? Fort.
Copy, thank you.
I do not. Sergeant Shane was talking to them.
Well, he just kind of relayed that you're the one that pointed them out. I'm just trying to figure out if we need to hold them. They don't have anything.
We have city officials, the City Hall press secretary.
Can you guys hear this game?
And some of her staff who were in Union Station and on stage are coming to DMAT East, they're going to wait there for PD to pick them up and transport them.
Oh, yeah.
5101, it was an undercover that pointed him out, and then I followed the undercover when he grabbed me.
Make sure you guys are hitting the like button as you come in. Again, there has been 4 people. Whoa.
Just me.
Over
Nobody's
4,
leading.
4, over 4.
And as they're pulling off. And I have
we have live scanner on as you're coming in here. Okay, good.
Rally command is perimeter. Copy. We're sending personnel over there now.
Hey, perimeter.
Medic E3 on scene, station behind Medic E2.
Suspects.
We
Yeah,
may
they
not
got
be
two
able to
suspects.
take them all the way, but
Two
just get them out
suspects
north
arrested.
out of here.
Into the KMBC 9
50
newsroom
copies.
again.
You want us to go to
Apparently, a
Crown
man from Omaha who tackled
Just be advised,
one
I've
of the
got at
shooters,
least
and
2
judging
units
by
ready for
where
a
this
call.
video
If you
is,
get
this
anything
looks to
else, let me know. I've got a waste fire in Anderson County.
Somebody's tackled right here on the ground. I don't know if they're
Command,
hurt.
this is Valley Operations. The Gray CSW
Let's go to back to
is refusing care
yeah, KMBC 9's
at Hershey and Maine. CP to TAC 50. Your contact with off-duty security is Modir.
Copy Gator 4 en route to 270 Grand for a GSW.
It's going to be the skating rink there. 404. I'm copying TAC 50 and 60 squad headed to Crown Center.
I don't know if he was tackled or shot. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Is he okay? Are you okay? And he said, my nephew was shot. My nephew was shot. I asked him if he needed a ride to the hospital. He said no, he wanted to stay right here. He wanted to be on this scene. I asked him if he wanted a hug. And he said, right now, I don't know what I need. So he has brought this tragedy this close to us here. Just kind of makes you feel it in your gut that those are families of the victims that were shot, all of them wanting information.
Dispatcher, do you want to service another med unit to tackle?
My bad. I want to make sure that we hear this.
They're switching over our air, so but they should be right in front of 2450 Grand. I can cut 670 on all the highways.
I'm at E1.
Again, welcome to the stream. We have this
Transporter, are you trying to reach dispatch?
Trying to reach the command post.
That's fine. If you have a BLS ambulance, you can send them.
We'll send them out. CP to TAC 50 they probably went into that parking garage underneath Hallmark.
Medic 551. Can just transporting one. Tax with the homeowner is pending. It's going to be Charlotte.
We got a couple TAC crews coming. We're just on foot. Just be advised, you have a bunch of people watching some movie or something in the pavilion area there. TAC 8 command, medic 30. Transporting one, emergency 2 Truman.
Copy that. E6, you're responding to Persian Grand on panic attack. St. Luke's Plaza. What do you got?
A lot going on here at the scene. A lot going on here at the scene. If you are just coming in again, we have live. We're listening to live broadcast coming in from KCPD. We also have the news here.
The southwest corner of Pershing and Maine. If you saw what happened, police want to talk to you right now. Laura,
I don't know if we have your mics up or not. To the south. Command dispatch. Non-emergent to St. Luke's Plaza with one. Understood. How many patients do you have? We have one.
Hey, Chief Molly, this is 110. This ambulance is saying the cop's trying to call it down to 27th for that gunshot wound. Do you want this Central Jackson County one, or are you looking for someone else?
Yes.
One of our companies is going to handle the Pershing and Grand panic attack with PD.
Copy. We'll keep that company.
They have two people in custody. 2 people in custody.
Pershing, Maine, southwest corner. Well, you're 670 shut down. Copy.
Again, 2 people are in custody.
Myron Ward Parkway, traffic accident, A4. Truck 11 Medic 537, Myron Ward, traffic accident, A4.
Command to the mutual aid coordinator, BC Shaw Meyer.
Thank you.
Okay,
I
approved.
appreciate that.
TAC 50 to Modir. Can you tell us where the last place you saw them were?
GMAT Medic 11 to dispatch.
What is the motive to this?
Lead is 20th and Main.
Hey, we came up on another victim. Gunshot wound to the foot. We're going to be transporting that to Truman as well.
Another victim. Gunshot to the foot. You heard it here first.
From one of these garages in the area. All right, 722. I'm calling it. We just keep buses coming in. We're moving northbound.
You heard it here first.
Okay, and you only have one patient there. Do you need any help?
Hold up, guys. It's pretty tight for the buses to make these turns down here. It's going to be a minute.
Okay, the PD's on scene.
Back is pushing from these into the garage in about a minute.
license plate. Accidental.
Affirmative. All right, Medic 11, you got PD on scene there at Southwest Boulevard and 27th on a GSW.
Whoever's in there on Paseo, grab it. Please, just put your car to the left.
All related GSWs are accounted for in your tent, is that correct?
One diabetic to Truman. What's your location currently? Correct. Rally BC Little for command.
Coming up at 25th in Pershing.
We got a car holding 670 for you.
Please take over medical and send Shawmeyer back to the comm center.
We're at Children's. Okay, guys, the juveniles we saw running when we got overhead were over by the skating rink, running eastbound, and then they went into the stairs that go down. I'm going to say it's into the parking garages. They're right next to the skating rink. There's stairs.
Left 2.
4312 to 4310. Go ahead, 12.
Clear en route.
Command Gator 4.
Medic West 1, clear, KU, en route, back to staging.
Clear KU en route to staging. Go for command.
Hold on, let's
All
see.
right, let's take your time. Let's escort you on this move.
We're inside, we'll be safe. And we had moved down the stairs so we could exit back out. And I told my daughter, let's just sit down for a minute in here and breathe because we don't have a car. We don't even know where to go. And about that time, people started running again. And some girls were saying there was shooting, and she said she had it, which doesn't make sense. But she said she had a hole in her pants from it, and that was terrifying. So we ran into a hallway, and a janitor said, come into this area. We went where an elevator was. We shut the doors and sat back against the doors, and we prayed, and there was yelling.
Wow.
And I didn't know if it was safe to leave or so we tried to block the doors, and then we heard the elevator start to move. So we opened the doors and ran out, and we went through a side door, and there were officers. I've never been so glad to see an officer in my life.
And they told you to try to get to a safe place.
Yes, they actually brought us to a safe place. They said, we're trying to see what's going on. We don't want you to leave here. Go across the street.
No, I have no idea, but hold up. Let's put on our scanner. There's some stuff coming through.
Now slow down. Let everybody catch up.
DMAT, Medic 9 from dispatch.
So it does have a transport. We do not need to respond.
Copy that. There are 0 patients on rally on VMAT. No patients on VMAT.
A lot going on. Again, if you were just coming in, there has been multiple people hit here. I do not know how many people have been shot, but there's been people shot in the foot. There was people in the cut. I've seen all different types of stuff going on. If you're coming in, we got the live scanner. We're on the scene.
Oh, come in.
Now, again, as soon as I started talking to them, the first
Tails northbound 17th Grand.
could tell that there was still some fear there. Even as we talked to them, we have been surrounded by security the entire time we have been here today. And when those folks immediately said, "Is it safe here? Am I safe here?" We made sure that we were in a safe setting before we did that interview. But again, they are probably a couple of the people who are headed off to talk to police right now. Back to you.
Running east, and they went down those stairs right next to the skating rink.
DMAT 92, go ahead.
Hey, let's go. If we're stringing, they're going to run us over.
There's 2 sets of stairs. There's one on the west end of the rink and one on the east end.
Then he should slow down, sir.
Dispatch, Halo 2.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're having a big gap coming in. People got back on the road.
Hey, you guys, just settle down. Take your time on the way out. You guys are away from all this. Just please be careful and stay together.
Yeah, Tails just getting on the I-70. We got 2 buses that are separated from the entire group.
There could be somebody there
I'm waiting on
listening
him
to
to pick
this.
you up here to say be there in just a minute.
Make sure you guys hit like the stream.
But Unit East 6.
Again, make sure you hit the like button on the stream, share it. There is a mass shooting that went down at the Kansas City Chiefs parade. We have the live dispatch. There's updates live here. You hear about people being shot in the foot. We heard it over the scanner. Make sure, again, hit the like button, share. This is insane. What the f is going on?
Headed there now. We're just a couple minutes out, so we all know it.
Yeah, hey, Sean, where you left us at, we're going to start clearing that blue level, and we're going to be pushing east.
704, I'm here at OK Street now. I don't have any buses coming out yet. Number 16, respond.
Yeah, we got it right here. It says it.
786. Humanities, this is Raider, Rally Operations.
8 to 10 people hurt.
CD. Go for Gator 2.
Okay, we're caught up.
Update only, the GSW patient at 27 and Grant being transported this time to Edwardsville EMS.
Hey, we're up on the second floor, I believe, of the same parking garage you guys entered. We're just a little bit further east of you. We're going to start up here and clear this floor.
Dispatch to CP. Medic 551. It seems like no one ever got us en route to St. Luke's Plaza. Can you show us on scene at St. Luke's Plaza Hospital? Sorry.
Gator 2, this is Rally Operations.
We just shared on Twitter.
Hills, I shared on Twitter. If anybody wants to pass on the left, I think we're going to stay in the middle lane for now.
3 people in custody now?
DMAC Medic 2, respond to Pershing and Main for staging. Respond to Pershing and Main for staging. DMAC West for dispatch.
16. Truck 6 in service and quarters.
The area that you're in is now a crime scene. The ambulances will not be able to get in. Or is there any way that they can meet you at Pershing and Main? Are you able to get your patients to Pershing and Main?
Yes, just bring the ambulances to Pershing and Main, and we will get them loaded up.
2301 Main at the Blue Cross Blue Shield building, I believe on the west side. And dispatch to CP, where do we need the mass arrest bus?
Bring them over here with our cots. We'll use them.
Okay.
What's your location?
Yeah, I don't see them, and there's no way for me to know right now. If you guys can just start, as soon as you're done, making it back this way, and we'll start holding crime scene areas and things like that, and then we'll move from there if we need to take them in a little while. DMAT East, BLS 7, 1 to Children's, non-emergent. We're at DMAT West. Children's Mercy.
Children's Mercy.
We got several ambulances that are going to need escorted in, and so they're going to need help with that too. Some of you guys will take crime scenes, some of you will help the ambulances.
Again.
Please, 27 for 97. Man, you're going to need both of our units at that location.
8 to 10 people shot. There was a mass shooting here at the Kansas City Chiefs parade. Now, I don't know about the loss of life. If there's any loss of life, we've seen people being put in stretchers. I have in a couple clips that I've seen a woman in a stretcher. I've seen a guy laying in the grass on his back. I've seen multiple different things going on here.
So 700 to 803.
Live scanner as you're listening.
Disregard, I see an ambulance coming now. Perfect. Copy. So you want me to keep these two here? Yeah, stage the other ones there, please.
I agree, Kims. That's crazy.
I'm back. I'm at
Police can't stop it all.
On the east side of Union Station. You want me to go over and get them, or can you tell them all to come over here, or what do you want to do there? Is it secure between here and there?
Leave the van, bro.
Hold on, Ghost Double.
Go ahead.
ALS 2 in staging.
704, I'm here at OK and Grand.
The VIP area.
Level 4, just
and we saw
information.
some people start running.
Rally
and we were
operations
like, okay, well,
for
the police ran
command.
into the building, so we didn't worry because there's a lot of police running.
Eyewitness account.
And then someone said, oh, it was a fire. And then she comes running and she's like, no, it's shots fired. And so we started listening to her. And then that's when everybody started. Yeah. And
I was just telling everybody to get down, and then like get out the way. And the officers were coming around, and that's what they did. So.
Wow.
You're saying that you saw police actually swarming something.
So when I was leaving, and I don't remember if my other
Eyewitness account
at the time because it kind of blurred. It did. But when we were heading west, trying to get back and away from it, we saw the police swarm a stairwell, and then we heard another pop from there, and that's when I was like,
at the end,
we're gone.
Time to move. Similar situation.
Same. Yes, I was
right
on
at the end.
on the probably to her right. Probably on her right side when everything was going on. And then so we kind of circled back, but then all of the people in FBI and police, they were all like, okay, everybody has to go that way towards Crown Center. And so everybody started going that way, and then everybody's trying to come back because everybody's parked over here. And now that's a crime scene. We can't get in the parking garage. So everybody's here
until it's cleared up
and stuck.
Because your cars are still in there as well.
And that's where.
Well, thank you guys so much for sharing. You actually said you saw someone being led away in handcuffs.
We did see 2 police officers lead someone away in handcuffs. So I don't know if that was him or not. I just kind of went cuffs, turning him the other way because at that point I don't want to see anything else.
He was in a red jumpsuit.
Yes.
Well, thank you both so much for sharing that with us, guys. This is a similar kind of story that we're hearing from a lot of people down here. Fireworks, gunshots, didn't know what it was, but they knew that they wanted to get out of there in a hurry. We're going to keep checking with people down here, and we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Shane, thank you so much. Thank you, Jillian, as well. And thank you to those eyewitnesses
Eastside
for giving
Station,
us
this is
some
Rally
insight.
Operations.
Okay. 852 and 853, are you in position? 10-4. Dispatch to CP, copy. EMS needed 30th and Walnut. Juvenile having seizures.
Medic West 2 staged.
5147. 703 to 700. Copy. Any location?
Go ahead.
It looks like they're just staging everybody up to Truman Road North Drive. So I'm just going to stay put and see what happens.
All right, I'll try, but I just don't think we're going to be able to. I think they're all over the place, guys. 5034 has one.
They're police cars. Their police cars are blocking our route. Where are you located?
I understand that.
Dispatch, go ahead.
Out in front of Union Station towards the west side. I'm here to talk to homicide. If they want them or not. Staging car 110. This is Rally Operations. Send one ambulance down Pershing. Where you said the last two. Just one. And even it out.
30 and Walnut on a seizure.
Dispatch, KCSD Gator 2.
6366. I'm at Broadway in Pershing. I have one. We will get outside company started. 6366.
Sorry, thank you.
554.
Yeah, 30 in Walnut. Command, I'm having dispatch use it with outside companies.
6926.
Children involved here. The number of kids we do not know, but the number we are hearing from the Associated Press is between 8 and 10 people hurt. Cautioning once again, we don't know that that's 8 to 10 people shot. There was a mass scene leaving, mass scene running. We assume that some people may have kind of gotten, bumped along the way, potentially.
Hold up,
30 Walnut on seizures. Okay, so for the Child Unification Center, we got to change that because the 2301 Main is a crime scene. We're going to use the northwest corner of Pershing and Main. If you could broadcast that, please. Any missing children or parents looking for their children, northwest corner of Pershing and Main.
Please make a turn into gate 5.
It is a damn shame.
Pershing and Main. Pershing and Main.
700 on Reed's call. Any officer that's on Grand by OK Street, we need you to move your police car so we can escort people out. 6140 to Major Jackson.
Wow.
Command, this
Another
is
victim.
It sounds like you just sent another ambulance to stage with us.
You're seeing live on the ground footage. We have the scanner pulled up live as this is commencing and things are going down. I was watching the stream live when I heard shots go off. As soon as I heard shots go off, I shot in here, went live, and wanted to come on with you guys and have a conversation about what the fuck is going on. And maybe some people here are here in chat at this place.
940.
I know that's a tight turn.
Pershing and Main, southwest corner for the witnesses. And the other car that was calling? I think West 4th stage to Pershing and Main. 5130 to Colonel Young. I don't know your radio.
A 110 staging. This is transport officer. Go ahead and send the one unit over here to DMAT West. That's what Rally Ops just requested to give me 2 here. And of the 2 you had there, send one up to DMAT South, which is immediately on the east side
right here. Hold up.
Of Liberty Memorial. Access for Memorial Drive and Wyandotte.
Somebody was running into
I'm not sure. Somebody just also gave us Pershing and Main on the east side.
I understand that. I'm actually running the reunification site. This is the only one we have inside. So whoever said the other, we do not have one. I thought somebody said that might have been for witnesses to the offense.
Witnesses that seen what happened. Now they have multiple people running into the hospital here. I have multiple different cameras that are on the ground from media that is out here on the scene. Some are reporting 8 to 9 shots. Some are reporting 8 to 10. We have heard multiple injuries. We are listening live on the scanner. So make sure you have your ear out. Let us know what you hear in chat.
123. The ambulance that was ordered for the female who was passed out from an anxiety attack at Pershing and Broadway, you can disregard that.
Negative. There's nothing else moving yet, Clark.
6820 to attack 50 or 60. Go for perimeter.
6 East 1, stage at Pershing and Kessler.
It's saying
Last
10
medic
here.
West unit.
Saying 10 here.
It's not related.
Hold on, let's get another shot here.
Send that one.
Here's another shot on the ground.
It's a green that's unrelated. I think actually the
or whatever.
Sorry, the chief is already on it.
Let's take a look here.
Please
Live look.
identify your radio number.
Heavy armed forces in the area right now.
Dispatch 6 West. Hey, Crown Center Security just walked up to us at Pershing and Grant saying they're chasing somebody through the garage that was shooting and can't give me any kind of description.
Oh,
are you guys aware of this?
6 West, go ahead.
Do you need help or not?
I have a patient coming out.
Chasing someone who's shooting. Chasing someone who's shooting.
Coming out to email from Green Proper.
We're in that garage. We're in the gold level. Blue level is clear. That's where we came from. If you have contact with them, obviously more details the better.
We just had a walk-up patient with an ankle injury. We're at
again. They're talking about someone shooting. I don't know if that's going on right now, but there's a shooting going on.
20th in Maine with an ankle injury. Walk up treating.
Okay. And were there people waiting down there?
I'm gonna go look. They all look empty, but let me check them real quick.
Repeat that. And did you say there were people? You said empty school buses, right?
Dispatch, this is KCK Medic 3. We're on scene at 24th and Monitor Place. We've been called off by KCFD. They said the patient's going to go left POV.
KCK, you can switch back to TAC 2, Recon 5, Recon 5.
Command, this is Rally Operations.
Excuse me.
Sir, Cruiser 1, they want whatever district officers and whatever outside agencies park their squads over here on the Grand Street Bridge over the railroad tracks. She wants them moved now.
Maybe it was.
845 to 803.
Where is he at? And which direction is he walking?
At this time, I've been told that DMAT West is clear of all patients. Left of the transporter, the last patient. It's not related. It's green. It's not related. DMAT West, all clear of all patients. Medical operations, this is Rally Operations.
Zero.
Big one en route to
St. Louis Plaza with one non-emergency.
Westbound, going up to Ronald.
Copy, Med 1 en route St. Louis Plaza with one non-emergency.
Hey, that tunnel, he's going to have to come back out to the parking garage just to the west of the Union Station door. He's going to exit in the parking garage. If you could, I'm thinking it's the right tunnel.
You're good.
Whoa.
Guys are on Pershing in front of the hotel.
I don't haven't seen
with
anything
the party
yet,
that's armed, so to be careful.
I will let you know. I haven't seen
Operations,
anything.
go ahead.
We're jumping between multiple different streams at this point. Hold on 1 second. Let
Copy
me
that.
click this.
Thank you for that. We'll keep it for just a little bit longer, but I'll check on you.
Here is another live shot at the scene.
A white hat.
Another live shot at the scene.
Command, this is Rally Operations. This time we have one patient hypoglycemic from DMAT East. Go ahead, 722. 6241, Command. Thank you.
Sarge, we're pushing over towards the western.
Rally Operations, Felton Medic 84.
845 to 803.
5147.
Go ahead.
I have a female at 20th and Main saying that she's trying to find her juvenile, Tristan. Supposedly he's at 23rd and Main.
I copied 20th and Main. What was the rest? On surveillance. What garage? The one that you went down into?
No, not the one under. It's the one on the
one dead.
west side of Union Station and the one
one dead.
next to the
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one dead, one officially coming and reporting as deceased. Now we are catching multiple reports. I did multiple different I typed in on Google just to make sure they were reporting that one has passed away on the scene here in Kansas City. So listen, as we are honing into a live scene that is going completely ape shit right now.
310, 4312. 5735.
This is Rally Command. Be advised, we have possible shooting at the Weston Garage. Shooting at the Weston Garage. All companies be advised. Shooting at the Weston Garage.
Shooting
not
at
secure.
the Weston.
PMAT East, Medic 4.
If you were in Kansas City and you were at
in this
parade,
stairway, we're making contact with multiple suspects.
making contact with multiple
East Medic
suspects.
4, go ahead. Rally operations. Copy.
Multiple suspects. One dead.
818, I'm on my way back. Where do we need help?
Off of the stage, and that's when
We're
that
transferring one
gunfire
non-emergency.
erupted. And David, as you might imagine, when there are thousands of people in a crowd close together and they hear gunfire, immediately there's panic and there's chaos. And there were hundreds of people that we saw running out of the area, trying to get somewhere safe.
One
we understand
dead.
from the Kansas City Police Department, this is still an active situation. They're trying to figure out what exactly unfolded here. Just a few seconds ago, David, we saw what looked like a SWAT team sort of run into the garage building that is behind Union Station here. So authorities are still working to figure out what exactly happened here. Now, when that gunfire erupted, when the crowd began to rush out of the area, we immediately began to hear sirens. We heard ambulance sirens. We heard police, law enforcement sirens. And those officers, those members of law enforcement began to immediately flood the area. David, we know from the mayor here that there were already 600 police officers deployed to the parade.
There's somebody in custody
units
right there.
that are on this air, please stage in place. All units that are on this air, stage in place.
And it appeared to be safe.
Information to cars on reach call per cruiser 1. Need to move your cars off of Grand. Move emergency equipment off of Grand.
And while the crowd has dispersed, still a number of police officers remain on the.
Okay, so yeah,
It'd be from OK Street all the way to Trim.
Multiple in custody.
5012.
There's
Number call 803. I'm at OK and Grand, but I'm going underneath to go find those yellow buses loaded with people.
Area command to dispatch.
Command dispatch.
Go ahead. Copy that.
Yeah, they got
information only. We have the mass arrest bus at Pershing and Maine. Pershing and Maine, that's where they're staging. So if we have arrests, send them to Pershing and Maine.
They're surrounding and entering this parking garage on the ground floor right here by the school buses. So I don't know if you want to move these right now. If we do want to move them, I found a workaround. We can go counterflow out of here out to Pershing and go west on Pershing to West Fenway.
700, I've been directed by Cruiser 1 to get them out of there, so figure it out and get them out if you can, please.
I will report on that as we find information out. Janet?
CP attack officers in front of Weston.
Yep, we were headed that way already. We're going to find 845 is already with them, and we'll find a way to get them out.
Command, this is Medic 35. We're clearing Truman. Do you need us back down there?
Affirmative. Go ahead and respond to Maine and Pershing. Maine and Pershing.
Services, Jackie. Thank you so
Medic
much.
West 2, transporting 1, Children's Mercy.
2, transporting 1, Children's Mercy.
Attack 44, can we get an update from the cameras of the party in the tunnels?
West Medic 3, transporting to St. Louis Plaza.
That's affirmative to Tower Gate. The CP copy. Dispatch Medic West 1, we're staged. Pershing and Grand, where would you like us?
The other 50 side is back to the main level currently.
Again, if you just come in and you don't know what's going on, again, at the Kansas City Chiefs parade at the end, I was watching the parade and all of a sudden, boom, 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 we heard something that sounded like firecrackers, but it ended up being gunshots. Then now we have officially reported that there is one dead, 8 to 10 people that are injured from gunshot wounds, and there's still more shit going on. There was a shooting at a parking garage. There is all types of mass chaos going on down here where the Kansas City Chiefs are right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just tuning in, we have that KCPD scanner pulled up live on the spot for listening.
Raiders, They said there's one more by the retail center and one more stairwell, but I don't know where that's at. I can't see them from where I'm at.
Hold up 1 second. I'm gonna get us another.
DMAT West. DMAT West.
I'm not sure they've been ordered. 6360. 8132 Northwest Prairie View Road. It's going to be in the tree line. Copy, stand by.
Yeah, 110 staging, I believe, we're supposed to send you one up from Pershing and Maine. 110, you got your ears on?
Yes, sir. I sent Medic 34. Where are you talking about, DMAT South?
Did you say you were out at the hospital?
Command is 940. Call me by my cell phone. I guess we can walk on through St. Pershing and Maine.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Command, this is 34. Where approximately is DMAT South?
554.
5227, we're at the east entrance on
the Kansas City
Grand.
Police Department, they
Entrance
still
to
have their
next to the
guns
garage.
drawn out.
Special
Could be
update, 1
waiting for
second.
someone to come out of this parking garage. So
Special
again, just a
update.
tragic scene that we are seeing here, guys. People are slowly starting to make their way back to this area. Here's another car that is coming out of this parking garage as well. So it looks like they are letting people leave. Let's see if they'll let this guy get out.
Okay, that's Janae Hancock reporting for us live on scene.
So again, we are still waiting for more details to come in. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you, Carolyn and Brad in studio.
Yeah, Janae was waiting there to see if indeed cars are able to leave that Weston Crown Center parking garage. It looks like at least a couple have been able to, but we are being told now that the point of concern has kind of moved now away from Union Station and is now more towards the Crown Center area around the Weston. Folks very concerned.
So if you're in the Crown Center area near the West End, be careful, ladies and gentlemen. They are reporting that there is some vicious activities going on. Again, 1 dead that we know of, 8 to 10 people shot. We know those numbers can change. If you're in this area, be careful.
Very fluid situation down.
Okay, we'll get the scanner back up.
The loop parking lot up there that comes right in on the south side of Liberty Memorial. And then you probably roll your cot down the sidewalk over to DMAT South.
This does sound planned.
At Arrowhead, we did get the ambulance ordered.
Did you still need me to check for ETA? Come up on ReachCom 7, please, with your traffic. ReachCom 7.
Medic 34, this DMAT South.
Hey, 838's here at Truman and Broadway now. When you guys start moving, I can help dump out some of this traffic, this northbound traffic.
Yeah, we are going to have to go in the opposing lanes. There's not another option.
Repeating information, Pro Cruiser 1 need to remove emergency vehicles off of Grand, 18th Street to Union Station to allow ambulances access.
Go ahead and bond back to Pershing and Kessler.
6601.
Yes, sir, I'm assuming this has already been done, but if not, can we please start a cascade at area hospitals in case we have any additional victims show?
6926.
Copy that. You're requiring an ambulance count, not a car, just an ambulance count that we have here staged. Is that correct? Is that what you want? Copy.
Damn.
Stand by.
Dispatch, Medic E5. We're at 27th and Gillum. Held up by the cops. Well, you can show us in the area of staging.
The center zone also has I think it's 150 or 151s at TMC trying to keep track of them.
Rates back in service.
Copy. We'll be at Children's Mercy first then.
Command.
Maddie has one patient, and we're not for sure if they're going to be transported.
DMAT West, this is Raleigh. Command.
What do you mean not sure if he's going to be transported?
Copy that. I have enough officers. We will be able to check on all 3.
We have no patients at this time.
Yeah, Liz, we heard that. We heard that.
Eastward. Can you please have 120 meet them there and facilitate anything that they need?
We've got a couple of parents on the west side of Union Station lost kids. Is the new reunification site still inside Union Station?
ATSD ALS 1 is at St. Luke's in the Plaza.
Just the one patient at East.
East side of Union Station for the child reunification.
Okay, thank you. Can you please coordinate with 120 to meet the strike teams at Eastwood? Outside ambulances, mutual aid ambulances. Copy, thank you.
Medic West 2 at the hospital.
So far, we have TMC and Children's Mercy Hospital. TMC and Children's Mercy Hospital. There is a cascade to see if there's any other victims at other hospitals.
Confirming that was 15 from KCFD and 3 mutual aid. Copy.
I don't see it, brother.
1933. Do we know if the drone above Union Station is PD?
Or sis?
Where do you need us at, Goose? Sorry. Command, this is 101B. 6940. Urging in Broadway. They're letting cars get into the left lane. We need to keep that clear so we can come down the middle. Because this right lane's completely full of cars that are coming out. Is anyone down by the school buses to know if they're ready to leave?
Yeah, we're waiting for a lead.
Again, if you're just coming in, up to 10 people shot, 1 dead, 3 possibly in critical condition near Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade. Now 2 suspects in custody reports. Again, Kansas City police say that multiple people have been shot and 2 armed suspects are in custody after gunshots ring out toward the end of the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade on Wednesday afternoon. CNN and the Associated Press and controlled media report that up to 10 people have been shot. The chaotic scene took place shortly after Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and the rest of Kansas City Chiefs players left the stage after celebrating their Super Bowl victory on Sunday.
And 6940, be more specific, the officers can park their cars in the grass at, I think it's Washington Park,
Everybody
right here at 22nd and Grand. That goes from Grand to 22nd to Pershing on the west side.
Everybody put prayers for Kansas City in chat. There may be folks that hang out with us here every night while we're live calling in that may be at this parade. I know we have multiple people from Kansas City, people that are fans in here. So please pray for those that are in this area. Let's hope that they make it home safe tonight.
You can be available and go back in service to your district.
800, just checking. Are the mini buses meeting up with these school buses, or is that a separate deal?
Center Zone had a call at 25 and Gillum. We're going to say 2 black males. Medic 7.
That's a separate deal. There's 3 of them sitting on the east side of Union Station, kind of all by themselves.
What?
West 7.
Died of what?
It was a potential active shooter situation.
They were when I was there last.
Copy.
This 150.
Oh, copy. They've cleared your building.
Has his escort left yet? Moving? Would you notify PD that we have a witness to the shooting here with us at Truman Road, Walnut?
All right, we're holding southbound Broadway. This turned into a mess.
This is Rally Operations.
Jackie, I'm not sure anymore.
Well, I don't know. I don't believe we're close to moving just yet.
It sounds like there's still some type of activity going on right now. I don't know if there's an active shooter, Jackie. Like, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's people being found dead. It moved up to 1 dead after 8 to 10 people hurt. There's a lot going on, so we're waiting for accurate information to come through.
Thank you. Medical Operations, this is Rally Operations. Can you relay that to the DMAT tent? I just had another reported shooting at 25th and Gillum by PD. We want to keep all the DMAT tents open at this time.
Another reported shooting?
Sis, it's going to be racked.
You're keeping DMAT open. Is that what I heard correct?
I came down here by the buses. So if we can bleed some of this traffic out, and then that help. I mean, we can come in oncoming, but they're pretty wide, and it's not wide down here for those buses. So once we're ready to go, I'll have them hold this garage, and then you can just dump that. That would help out.
Just let me know when you're moving. You might have them stop that garage now to give a chance for some of this to bleed forward.
NH Girl, it is live time.
I just heard the volley about 6 rounds. I didn't see anybody running or ducking and diving. I just heard it coming from the south, about a block and a half, 2 blocks south of 27.
990 with traffic on witness location.
Go ahead, 990.
Dispatch, Ford Engine 1.
800. These school buses are ready to move, so let's go ahead and keep holding Broadway. 803, copy that.
Copy, thanks.
Now I was talking to somebody.
5240 to AC10. I need everyone that has a witness to bring your witness over towards the medical tent. We're going to set up the homicide CP at this location.
Homicide is out.
Medic floors at the hospital.
For the hospital.
803 to 852 and 53. Is that who's at 670 McGee?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Wow.
Do we have a mass arrest bus on site?
Affirmative. I believe it's at Pershing and
Mass arrest bus. A mass arrest
Maine.
bus. Did you hear that?
Hey,
Mass
Sarge, we've got
arrest
some
bus.
crews on Broadway now at Truman. Are you guys going to come up the southbound lanes, Broadway from Truman?
But yes, we're going to come into the opposing lanes of Broadway. 1030 to CP.
Go for CP.
So the 52 and 53, is your traffic still really slow eastbound? Could you cut that, or we could get on around you?
But
like immediately off the door point?
Been moving very quickly. We've seen doctors.
Yeah, affirmative.
All right, you're going to have to cut a parallel with just a
All right, so as reports are coming in, there's 10 people shot, 3 critical, 1 dead. Reports here per reports on the screen. Let's listen to what he's saying right now. Let's tune in.
Up the hill right here is Children's Mercy, and we did see earlier, probably about 30 minutes ago, 3 ambulances go there to Children's Mercy. We'll want to get some more information exactly
Still
how many
shots fired.
people are being treated at Children's Mercy today as well. But again, those family members, they're off at the chapel right now getting briefed on what's next, what the next process is from here, and we'll continue to stand by and figure out exactly how the people inside right now who are being treated after the shooting, after the Chiefs rally, are doing.
Matt, thank you again. For those of you who are just joining us, we know 1 person is dead, 9 are injured from this shooting. 3 victims are in critical condition, 5 are in serious condition, and 1 has non-life-threatening injuries. And Katie, you've been there where you are right now all morning. Tell us the latest. Do you have a new update?
Except that we were watching that police officer on top of the Westin just rapidly run across the rooftop, take aim at something down towards Crown Center. We're not sure what.
Oh
he
my
has
God.
since taken a more relaxed stance, if you will, but that certainly caught our attention when he went running. And that was one of the signs that my guests who join us now noted when all of this shooting began. They were down on the lawn. Please
Holy
tell me your
shit.
name. You can just give me your first name.
Trudy.
And Daryl.
And you were down there. How did you know something was happening?
And we saw the police come pouring out of the stadium down there, and the snipers came up on both sides.
So you looked up and saw the snipers.
Yeah, that's what caught our attention for sure. Yeah, it's kind of a tense moment.
Okay. And then did people look panicked around you? Were people questioning?
Down
people?
below,
Down
it looked
yeah.
more so. Up where we were at, I think everybody was just leaving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so thankful that everybody was able to leave. And you were then able to find information on your phone.
You said, no, well, actually, our son called us right away and said, "Are you okay?" So yeah, that's how we knew something actually happened. You know, we weren't really sure what happened exactly, but.
Hey, you push them out so that we can get more room for these buses to turn.
Negative. There was the family members of the confirmed party are en route to Truman. That's the Hispanic male. I don't know the race or anything of the party that's confirmed.
Yes, it is live. It is live right now. The scanner that you're hearing is live right now.
DOC, this is rally operations. Hey, dispatch.
I believe
think you're
we
aware
still have
that
an
leaves me alone with Pumper 6 here.
Is where all this celebration had happened. That's where
Rally off the COC. Go ahead.
I think we're still having an active shooter. There has to be. There's snipers on the roof.
Can also be released. And also thank you guys, Pump 6, for your help as well.
DOC, I have a count for you. We have 22 related to the GSW incident.
Repeat, was that 2-2?
Agent, the ALS 1 heading back. Where would you like us to stage?
Thank you, dispatch.
I'll head back to the east side Union Station. Where's the next staging at? And what channel?
Staging will be on ReachCom 7. ReachCom 7.
From what I'm seeing, they're saying there's
Purging in
still an
Maine.
active
Purging in
shooter.
Maine.
Copy, working out.
Got it. CP to dispatch. Will you add that to your tone? There were 2222 related to the GSW. There were 8 red, 7 green. 5. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's start that over. 6 green. We need all homicide detectives that are on the route that are not otherwise engaged in other activity to respond to Union Station for assistance.
Dismiss. This is DMAC East, BLS 7. We're clearing to the Mercy Hospital. Where do you want us to go now?
Respond to purging in Maine.
There's still a good 12 or 14 buses that haven't moved yet, so we got a lot more to go.
Problem.
6250. I'm pushing at Kessler. I can head that way.
Homicide detectives, you heard that.
10-4, 6250 is en route to the witness bus. And is there any sergeant that can respond to the mass arrest bus at Pershing in Maine?
Mass arrest.
One black.
On the victims as well. So this is the scene that we're sitting at right now. Of course, Stacey Graves of the Kansas City Police Department, Mayor Quentin Lucas, they're expected to address the media just to our right within the next 10, 15 minutes.
Right,
And reported of 2 black in the field DOA.
yeah. So we've
sending
been
detectives to
moved
both
to
locations.
CP to dispatch.
Go ahead, CP.
Oh, we got a police car that decided to get in between them, and they've got the buses now on the right side of traffic, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do.
They're sending detectives?
Guys, watch it when you get past 18th. I just had a couple of quads come in off of grass area.
Leads approaching 18th. Sure, go ahead. Tails moving, bus 212, 212's the last in the line.
Can you please drop a tone for all outside agencies to respond to the front of Union Station behind the stage? We need all outside agencies to respond to Union Station in the back of the stage for debrief.
Hell no.
Is that Pershing in Maine? And 5020 standing by with that at 1524.
We'd be crazy to mute the scanner. We get the most
CP to
updated
dispatch.
information.
We'll slide them in front of the tail. Please turn on the I-70 ramp. Repeating information to all homicide detectives, if you're not already engaged in activities or otherwise committed, need to respond to Union Station. And go ahead, CP.
Earlier, but apparently we may have multiple incidents here going on simultaneously, guys.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like, Scott.
Information from fire.
You're right.
That they have a witness to one of the shootings, Truman and Walnut, and they're standing by. Can we have a car go that way to pick up that witness and take them to the location for the bus, Pershing and Grand?
Copy, West 2 on state. What was the location where this witness is at?
We got southbound 71 and cut.
Affirmative.
Safe route in for anybody responding to Union Station. Exactly what route would you like to take them to come in, and where would you like them to park?
Truman. 802's got the sale ramp shut down.
10-4.
You too.
6972.
All right. I'm out here at Prospect, so stringers can take it from there.
Fort Allen. All right, go ahead, CP. Leads at Oak.
Officer on the air that arrested a juvenile, and so I need them to meet me at the intersection of Pershing and Maine.
You ready, dispatch? I'm not sure, but let's go ahead anyway.
Hey, Goose, do you want to take them to the left lane? That way, people can get on both sides of you.
Okay, so we still own Pershing in front of Weston. So between Maine and Grand, all detectives can park on Pershing between Maine and Grand. And our WIS
ATA bus is actually in front of the Weston on Pershing, not Crown Center. So it's in front of Weston. And then we will try to identify an officer to go to Truman. That was that location to pick up the witness. Truman, what?
There's an issue. Can call you.
Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Go ahead with it.
816-341-4344.
9626, copy.
Yeah, thank you, sir. 990 CP.
990.
Can you advise all 990 elements to report?
But again, if you are coming in right now, make sure you hit the like button, hashtag FTA. There has been 1 officially dead, 2 arrested, but it seems like there's still an active scene going on, as there is reports coming off that I've seen on Twitter about an active shooter still being there. They have snipers on the roof. This is after the Kansas City Chiefs parade today. So again, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share the stream. FTA, hashtag FTA for the algorithm. If anybody you know is in Kansas City, contact them right now. If they're at this parade, check on them right now. Make sure that they get into shelter immediately, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a game to play around with. There may be people out there with guns as we speak that could possibly take your life. So take this very seriously.
The parking lot and the parking garage at Union Station has been cleared by career criminal.
6820 to CP.
Yeah, this is East Division. We've collapsed it. I'm down here at Pershing in Maine if you need help with anything.
East Division EOC.
Go ahead.
We don't have any information on that right now.
Through gate 5 to the west.
Copy.
Repeat. Through gate 5 and to the left.
Dispatch, can you tone that out, that officers at Pershing and Maine, there are cars in the roadway to get them out?
East Division EOC.
As far as we are aware, it is still closed, so you shouldn't be able to get through that.
Wow, Jim Jones.
Go ahead for East Division.
Ryan Waite should be there to direct you.
All right. If you have a police vehicle at Pershing and Maine, can you please move the vehicle?
Make sure any of your mutual aid ambulances, before we let them go, that we get what patient we took to what hospital from them.
Repeating, if you have a police vehicle at Pershing and Maine, please move the vehicle 1530.
6250 to CP.
All right, this may sound weird. I'm on
Leads at 27.
Another 2 West staged at Pershing and Maine.
32 stage Pershing and
Yeah, they were briefed to do that over the radio. They've all been released, except for 2 of the least summit ambulances I see resaged down here at Pershing and Maine.
EOC, this is Rally Operations. Let me work on this for you. Give me a minute.
Pop, 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 pop. And people
Command,
began to
Rally
run
Operations.
in any direction. This is some video that Greg shot at that moment. And I think it captures the fear in the moms, dads, grandparents' faces as they had young children. They were trying to get their older parents and grandparents out. You had whole families here that had been here all day celebrating a wonderful thing. And suddenly you've got the police rushing in and going in multiple directions because it looked like that there were people fleeing. I don't know if that was true or not. Someone yelled, "There's the shooter." And the police went running off in that direction. I have no idea if that was correct or not. But a bunch of police went one way. Police spread out and began to look at the various people who had been shot, but the crowd was going in all directions, just as you would expect they would do in such a harrowing, horrible moment. again, what makes it so terrible is
Wow.
there were so many families involved, and you're just trying to get out.
Heartbreaking.
Our photographer saw at
Look
least
at the
two
time,
people who they were
333.
performing CPR on the
333, 66 degrees. Good gracious, you couldn't make these numbers up.
know if it was a police officer say that man is a suspect, and there were 3 or 4 police officers on him. They got him subdued and took him off in a golf cart. They took one victim off immediately on what looked to be a fire department or a police golf cart that was for situations like this. And then they took them to ambulances that were nearby. The presence here by the police and law enforcement was big all day long, as you would expect when you have a massive crowd in one place. So there were many, many police officers immediately on the scene. Again, you know,
you didn't see the numbers. This is 333, 66. Well, Patrick Mahomes came back from 10 3 times, won the Super Bowl 3 times, 3 birds, 3 men that passed away, the Kansas City Chiefs, fans that were fans of the Chiefs. And then you have, oh my God, there's just so much.
Radio, and they would go a different direction. I suppose that might have been towards Crown Center to the east, but the end result was just an awful, awful scene at the end of what had been such a joyous day. And now, of course, we know that there are multiple victims. We can only hope that they'll be okay.
Well, you're right about that, Neil. We want to thank
700, 800.
Let's get the scanner back up, guys.
Copy.
Live on the
Your
scene.
traffic was broken up. Could you repeat that?
Live back on the scene.
Yeah, the party's on the southwest corner. He's under the Rock Hill Grill sign.
When we went through earlier, we saw a couple still, yes, especially around that Truman area.
West 7, do you have a named officer that took that statement?
KCK 610.
Dispatch copies direct. West
Angels.
7.
I love angels.
All right, all our buses are back together.
KCK 610.
Wow.
Copy.
Melanie?
On Manchester.
Yeah, they did
So
say
who's the
mass
official
arrest.
tale for all these school buses?
Very interesting. They're talking about mass arrest bus. Do you hear this shit, ladies and gentlemen? Again, mass arrest bus. This is insane. Coming in out of Kansas City, the Chiefs parade, a shooting, another mass shooting in America. But again, they're saying like a bus, a mass arrest bus. What is going on?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
E5 from dispatch.
700. Who has the tail of the street sweepers?
I have non-fire department personnel that needs to get back to Century Towers.
We need y'all to get out there.
Every talk to PD is it safe to bring the vans down back to the east side so these personnel can get back.
Those inquiring about the street sweepers, they were told to pull over and park just north of Truman Road and not to proceed.
East Medic 5 from dispatch.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was some gang-related event. You figure a lot of people go here, maybe your enemies there. I don't know. But then again, I don't know. This sounds a little bit bigger. Mass arrest bus?
20th Street or so, and we'll call it good.
Copy. So give them authorization to move up toward 20th Street.
POC to rally commit. Yeah, but we're not going to bring them any further south. There's just no way.
Ma'am.
So we'll have to call it as clean of the streets as we can get.
As far as we know right now, 1 dead. I will keep you guys updated on that number as I receive updates. I'm looking for constant updates. So for the most updated information, I will be letting you know here.
Side 227 and Clay County car 8275 to get moved. We'll be able to open this up on the other side, on the east side.
Yeah, per Major Mills up here at the OC, it's okay to take the vans in there to feed the personnel back to Century.
Okay, so we have, again, right now, as I'm reading a live report from 10 minutes ago, 1 killed. Now they're saying 5 in critical per the independent report that I'm reading. 5 in critical, 1 dead, and 2 suspects arrested, and multiple more possibly, which that doesn't make sense. They're possibly out there. So possibly other suspects. They don't even know there's so much shit going on. So they can't even get the reports right at this moment. So we know the numbers will raise.
Gator 1, this is rally operations.
Radio 6113 copies. I'm en route.
This is KCFD Gator 1.
You didn't offend me, Jackie. We love you, Jackie.
We can check that out.
Shout out to you, girl.
All Riverside PD units have been released in our 1042.
Mama Bear, thank you.
3 West. Clear St. Louis. Backing around the stadium.
Copy. Medic 3 West. Clearing St. Louis, backing around the state.
Again, right now, if you were just coming in, there has been a mass shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs football parade for the win on the Super Bowl. It happened at the end. I heard shots fired. I seen a bunch of stuff commencing on the live stream. It was pretty insane as we were watching it. I seen the comments start flooding in. Man, wow. 1 dead and 3 in critical. They're saying here on the screen, but I just read a report that says there's 5 in critical, 10 people shot, 2 people arrested. Snipers on the roof still, things going down. We're hearing homicide detectives over the scanner. We have the live scanner playing right now. If you were just coming in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for the most up-to-date information on this case. We got multiple feeds pulled up. Again, as I said, live scanner. So make sure you come in, lock in, and let's see what's going on here. This is insane.
Pro hat, male.
Well, their immediate personnel said that they could move and go down to 20th, but they still have to wait for one more hire.
5072, we have 8 of them that were involved in that incident. We're walking to the questioning area right now. 5072.
Okay.
You have a total of 8, 5 being mutual aid.
6341 is Tucker.
Gator 1, go.
Tucker, go ahead.
Hey, do you have any openings over there for a vehicle to get out?
You can slip and rock the party unable to walk at Pershing Grand.
And route to the patient at Pershing and Grand.
Yeah, you can go west on Pershing if you want to go out, or I can let you going out south on Kessler.
Okay.
The home area.
This is Rally Operations.
992, do we have any officers that are in the parking garage of Union Station?
Oh, you're more.
Are there any officers in the parking garage at Union Station?
Go for medical.
Thank you, Mama Jess.
Medical, you said deactivated decommissions. Negative, I'm asking you, are they still, they're still up and running, is that correct?
Yes, D-Nut East is still functional.
Don't break them down yet, I haven't had the okay, I'm just double checking.
Any officers that are parked at Pershing and McGee, if you can come move your car so we can open up traffic, that'd be great.
So you're going to tell me that it's not a mass shooting?
Dispatch homicide detective.
Dennis, define what a mass shooting to me is, buddy.
Just for your information for later, the center zone dispatchers are getting several calls about witnesses.
A mass shooting is when multiple people, right? Let's pull it up by definition. A mass shooting is a violent crime in which one or more attackers kill or injure multiple individuals simultaneously using a firearm. That is a mass shooting. That's what went on here today, my brother. I love you back, though. I just had to, you know.
Have just been advised that the mutual aid companies can go home.
6542, I have additional media showing up. Where do you have them at?
All staging officers, this is Rally Operations. Release all mutual aid companies.
Another day in
I thought
hell.
it was like Pershing and Kessler-ish. Let me find it. Something by a ball field.
News conference soon.
We need you to return to your gator, please.
At Union Station again. Update. Update.
Dispatch KCFD Gator 1.
404, I made contact with them.
Gator 1.
We're at Pershing and Grand. You got additional?
Okay, again, update. We have a news conference soon after shooting at Union Station, so we're going to be, I want to check that out.
Yeah, Gator 4 is going to be out of service for a while. They have a almost flat tire that's going to
We
get
did
changed.
speak with a woman earlier who was on the phone. She was frantically trying to find out some information.
Are you talking about the leg injury?
Good.
He said one. Yeah, one
Yes,
person
sir.
dead, but multiple people shot.
Talk to you now.
Hey, Brock, we're bringing the command post bus. Am I going to be able to get to Pershing and Main if I come north on Main Street from, say, 5051 to Command 10?
Yes,
sir.
Much love.
You can get within half a block if you come that way. If you come from the north, we can get you a little closer.
They decided to stop right here in the middle of the route, let out, so.
Where is the
was inside of a nearby apartment complex,
site?
and she says she heard multiple gunshots, and she is traumatized because she actually saw the deceased bodies on the street. And so understandably,
Deceased
she was
body.
very emotional. It was hard for her to even speak to us.
Deceased
but just
body.
a lot of tragedy happening here outside.
Deceased bodies. She just used the words deceased bodies.
Truly a sad story. We are on the scene working to get you the latest information. We will continue to update you as we receive new information. Outside of Union Station, Nigel Hood, KCTV5.
Okay.
All right, Nigel, thank you. And you're right about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, she just said deceased bodies. You heard it here. You can clip it. She definitely just said deceased bodies. I'll be looking forward to seeing if there is more. Why is there being reported? Okay, so it says 1 dead, 14 hurt now. Everything. What did I tell you with Robert Card last time, right? I said the numbers are going to always change at the beginning. It's the most inaccurate. It's always going to be the most inaccurate at the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. Remember that. Let's turn our scanner back up.
Go ahead, Fredo 4.
Pershing and Grand, Pershing and McGee. There, we've got a lot of congestion down at those two intersections.
Copy that.
East 4.
East 4. TAC 2.
Nope.
For
They did say that though, Meg. You're right. They said
Hey,
it before.
fire has West Pershing and West Penn shut down. Do you want me to take that over and block that?
Rally operation.
This is why I tell you guys, listening to the scanner is honestly a little bit more important than what, I mean, when we see these clips, we're getting a visual, right? But when we're listening to the scanner, we're getting the most update information, the most up-to-date information. And here it is as it was commencing, by the way.
Of the official event, there were, in
Somebody
addition
was shot
to
right
the
here.
Kansas City Chiefs and all of the luminaries that were there, the Missouri governor, Mike Parson, the first lady, they were also in attendance. They have tweeted.
Again, it's super important to listen to the scanner because you're going to get the most up-to-date information out of it.
Med 10. Med 10 was clearing from research. They are able to return to Station 7.
They're advising that they can't release Area Command 10.
Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. We need to watch this. We need to watch this right now.
Police department officers with guns drawn who are running towards danger. We thank them for that. As I was leaving the scene, I saw members of our Kansas City Fire Department administering aid to folks who are seriously injured without concern for the shootings and the challenges that were near them. This is absolutely a tragedy, the likes of which we would have never expected in Kansas City, and the likes of which we will remember for some time. However, I want to say thank you to those who are making sure that we are safe today, those who are investigating this incident, and those who will continue to make sure that those who committed these acts today are brought to justice. We'll come back for some questions at the end of the chief's comments, but now the police chief, Stacey Graves.
Chief Stacey Graves, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. At the conclusion of the Chiefs rally today, there were shots fired on the west side of Union Station. Immediately, officers responded to the area, took 2 people into custody, and also immediately rendered life-sustaining aid to those victims. We're still gathering information on the number and the status of victims. But like I said, we know that one of the victims is deceased. We also know that officers ran towards danger. Officers were there to keep everyone safe. I'm angry at what happened today. The people who came to this celebration should expect a safe environment. We had over 800 law enforcement officers, Kansas City and other agencies, at the location to keep everyone safe. Because of bad actors, which were very few, this tragedy occurred, even in the presence of uniformed law enforcement officers, who again ran towards them and took them into custody. To the people who were injured in this tragedy, our hearts go out to you and your families. This investigation is just beginning, and we are working safely to clear all surrounding areas and businesses. This is still an active investigation We will continue to keep you updated. We will keep you updated on Twitter and most likely a follow-up press availability. Did you have anything?
Are you saying one of the shooters is dead?
No. One of our victims has been declared deceased. We have.
Oh my God! Hold up.
Right now, we have up to 10 to 15 injured. Yes. Right now, we do not have an exact number of people who were victims of a gunshot wound. It could be upwards from 10 to 15 with one deceased.
Do you know how many are in critical condition at this point?
I do not have conditions on our victims just yet.
Any believed to be children?
I do not believe that any of them were children.
Any law enforcement injured in this? First responders?
Nothing of note.
Chief, what prompted? What do you guys believe now prompted the shooting?
That is still under investigation. I myself was outside when I heard the shots fired. It is an ongoing investigation. It's going to take us a little bit to determine exactly what led up to the shooting. I will say, though, we do have 2 suspects in custody.
There are rumors circulating on social media that some fans may have helped contain one of those.
I have heard that as well. I have heard that fans got involved in the apprehension or the pursuit of one of the suspects. I cannot confirm that right now, but that is something that I have heard myself.
Yes. Talk about the response time, because you say 10 to 15 possibly injured in the shooting. There was 800 officers there. This happened pretty quickly. So can you talk about when this started, sort of a timeline from there to the point where your officers responded to the point where you had KCFD helping to
Absolutely.
Your first aid?
As soon as the rally concluded, there were shots fired on the west side of Union Station. Officers were on scene in the area. I know one of the suspects was immediately pursued on foot. Like I said, there's 2 suspects in custody. I have heard the information that was just requested. I will confirm or deny that. But after that, immediately officers began rendering life-sustaining aid, calling in fire, which is the fire department, to also assist victims.
Do you know if there were more than 2 people taken into custody? Because we had 2 people, after you guys had made your announcement, there were 2 people in custody, 2 people live on our air being taken, handcuffed, put into vans. So can you tell us about that and the process as this investigation continues?
I don't know exactly the 2 that you're talking about that your camera caught on video being loaded into a wagon. I don't know that, but I can tell you that in and around that scene, it is still active. Not active in necessarily threats, but it's a very active scene. We're still calling in fire, which is the fire department, to also assist those victims.
Do you know if there were more than 2 people taken into custody? Because we had 2 people, after you guys had made your announcement, there were 2 people in custody, 2 people live on our air being taken, handcuffed, put into vans. So can you tell us about that and the process as this investigation continues?
I don't know exactly the 2 that you're talking about that your camera caught on video being loaded into a wagon. I don't know that, but I can tell you that in and around that scene, it is still active. Not active in necessarily threats, but it's a very active scene. We're still investigating. This is still early on. We still have parties that are walking into hospitals.
Chief Graves, do you know anything about the suspect?
He was bleeding from the head.
Are they from here?
I do not know that, but that's something that I also will be finding out.
2 questions. We are hearing upwards of maybe 20 shots. Can you talk about the number that you heard?
I'm hearing 10 to 15, possibly 15, with the one that is deceased.
And do you know anything about the timing? It seems odd that it's waited to the very end of the rally.
I don't have anything about, I can't give you an answer on the timing. I can just say that that's when it occurred, and we are investigating what led up to that. Maybe once we get some of those details, we'll know why that happened at that time. But right now, it's still too new.
Chief, was it just one incident or multiple incidents that injured multiple?
That is something that is under investigation.
Mayor Lucas talked about how you were on the ground and you yourself had to run for safety. And I understand we're still waiting on a timeline and trying to understand what exactly happened. But we were having a Super Bowl parade. And this is what the country is talking about now. What is your message to this city at a time like this?
I second the comments by the chief of police. I'm heartbroken. First of all, I'm praying for the victims and the families impacted. I start with them. I'm incredibly upset, disappointed. I was there with my wife. I was there with my mother. We never would have thought that we, along with Chiefs players, along with fans, hundreds of thousands of people, would be forced to run for our safety today. I think that I'll let the investigation shake out before coming to any further conclusions, but I think the initial response absolutely is anger. You know, we have done a number of these now, and this is a day that a lot of people look forward to, something they remember for a lifetime. And what they shouldn't have to remember is the threat of gun violence, marring a day like this, injuring them and their families. This morning, I was actually thinking about bringing my child, as many people in Kansas City did. And I don't want us to have to, in our country, for every big event, think about a concern of being shot. As the chief noted, we had a lot of law enforcement officers there today. They did exceptional and outstanding work, and I will second that again. Because on your timeline point, I was inside of Union Station. We heard something. A number of us start running, and I see a stream of officers going the exact other direction, in with guns drawn, ready to address danger. And that was the situation throughout. People who responded absolutely immediately. But I wish that we lived in a world where they wouldn't have to do that. I wish we live in a world where we wouldn't have to see incidents like that. But I'm as heartbroken as anybody. We will do a full and thorough investigation. I hope that we bring whoever this is to justice, and we will continue to try to make sure that we can be as safe as possible. However, when you have people who decide to bring guns to events, when you have people who are deciding to try to mar events, celebratory ones like this one, all of us start to become members of this club that none of us want to be a part of, which is those who have experienced mass shootings. I hope for Kansas City, this is one of the last times we experienced that.
Were any of the players in any danger at any point?
What's that? Sorry, I'm going.
Players in danger at any point?
Was I in danger?
Were any of the players? Chiefs players.
You know what? I think we'll let the investigation take a look at that. The police department responded effectively.
If they were, we would know.
To make sure that people would be out of harm's
way. I'm sorry,
way.
but
that being said, a number of us had to flee from a situation because we heard a sound of gunshots. So I'll let you answer your own question in terms of whether you think that's something that puts you in danger or not. In my view, anytime shots are nearby, you don't know where they're coming from, you don't know who's firing them and all of that, then perhaps there is a situation of danger. But
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. We gotta get back inside.
Can I ask a fire question?
You're welcome, Marie.
Injured, as you say, are all of those gunshots around, and do you have a sense of how many, or are some of those also political?
We've covered that. We don't have that information.
I just have this answer real quick. Hold on. 10 to 15 is what we have. Potentially 15. One deceased. I don't have a condition on the other gunshot victims.
Those are all gunshots.
Correct. It's correct.
We don't know how many.
One fire question.
No, I do not.
Because Chief Graves said
We're going to have a lot of updates later, guys. We got to go inside and gather this information. I appreciate it.
Where are the updates, Jake, later?
Well, just look on Twitter.
I just have one. I just have one. I just have one. I just have. Excuse me. I just have one thing to say. This is not Kansas City. I'm angered by what happened, but I want you to know that the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department and all the law enforcement officers that were there today, that were serving and protecting, did the best that they could, and I'm so proud of them that they ran into danger, getting 2 people into custody, and at the same time rendering life-sustaining aid to those victims. We were here for a safe celebration, and because of 2 bad actors or more, is why we're standing here today. We will recover as a city. My heart goes out to our victim who is deceased, but your police department stands ready, and we are invested in the safety and betterment of Kansas City. Thank you.
We'll send you guys more updates on Twitter, okay? Follow the Twitter account and we'll put the updates that we have on Twitter. We'll update you guys if there's going to be more news releases, okay?
Chief Stacy Graves, this is not Kansas City. Her parting remarks there after briefing, the initial briefing to reporters on the scene. You could hear the sirens in the background demonstrating, underscoring that this is still a very active.
Yeah, it is an active situation. Let's get our scanner up, see what we're hearing.
Q has a center here. Copy, thank you.
CP to dispatch.
Go ahead for truck 6-3.
It is an interesting, very interesting.
Brush West. KCT was placed in service a few hours ago.
Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate you.
Understood. Just checking.
Apparently, they're not going to be there until about 10 minutes past the hour.
Make sure you guys are hitting the like button as you come in. It helps people be able to see this content. They could check on their loved ones. I seen somebody in the comments before say that they will be okay when their son walks to the door. Ma'am, I'm sorry to hear that. We are here with you. This is why I'm doing these lives, so we can get different footage, different looks. I have something that I'm about to show you guys right now, though, coming in. Thank you for the tag on Twitter. I think it was loaded hot. It says breaking news. Fans reportedly tackle one of the shooters at chaos erupts at Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade. Let's check it out, ladies and gentlemen, live coming off of Twitter. Allegedly, again, they're allegedly tackling somebody here, so let's check it out. Oh, wow, they did tackle somebody. They fought someone to the ground. Wow. Shout out to these men here holding it down. What you're looking at is live footage from today of them tackling somebody onto the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Again, live on the scene at the parade today, tackling a shooter to the ground. Civilians. Shout out to those civilians that didn't hold a camera and they did what they had to do. Shout out to those guys right there. Those are the type of people. They didn't pull the friggin' phone out. They got busy, ladies and gentlemen. They got busy. I like that.
Are there any officers standing by with witnesses that need to be spoken to by detectives?
Once we get the street sweepers off the route at 20th, and then we can open up everybody. You come down to Pershing and Grand, and we can open up the rest of Grand.
Tag me on anything you got on Twitter. We'll play all clips.
Yeah, the street sweepers are at Truman and Grand South Side. They're working their best.
1935.
If you want to see that, I just reposted it.
Are there any officers down at the unification point that have a 50-year-old special needs individual, white male named Jesse?
We were told that there's no juveniles left at the reunification site.
I was instructed to bring a doctor to her car from the GMAD tent. I know you guys put me in service, but I was instructed to do that. Yeah, he's not a juvenile. He's going to be a white male, 50 years old, special needs, possibly autistic.
That was correct on no kids at the reunification site.
Whatever. Dispatch copy.
Mike, you might want to go down to Truman. Looks like that car's giving that Cass County guy grief. You driving down the sidewalk?
CP to car calling about the 50-year-old.
Right, for 1935.
Oh, there's actually a space between the sidewalk and the fence. I thought it was too, but there's a space.
The only individuals that were at the reunification site were the guardians of that individual you're talking about.
Copy.
But so
6551. I think we're about to open east-west here.
6551, go ahead.
Can I have a CRN for recovered property, please?
I don't have you out at location.
Tamara says,
I'm at a Union Station. Serial number is 50029.
You're welcome, Miss Aunt.
West Medic 3. Dispatch.
West Medic 3, go ahead.
We were released by command. We're returning our subject to station.
Copy release. Show you back. Head back to your station.
You need more help down there? No, it's just a conglomeration of waiting for the sweepers and a bunch of cops leaving and then citizens wanting to go east. It'll work out.
Great, copy.
You want me to open this east side up? Go ahead.
2400-9921, 2400-9921, 16-1.
704. Can I get one more here to help me? Pershing and Kessler are going to need to be up closer to the museum entrance where the back cuts out on the north side. 838, I'm almost there.
It's all good. It's all good, Gypsy.
There's a district car there, 8:30.
Again, if you're a little bit behind, you just came in, you don't know what's going on. There was a mass shooting there in Kansas City at the Chiefs parade. One officially dead that we know of, multiple other people shot, multiple people in critical condition. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have accurate numbers right now, but there is a lot going on. Snipers on the roof. Man, absolutely insane. You just missed the presser. You can go back and watch the presser. We did just watch it.
Yeah.
Live scanner on the spot. By the way, we're listening to the scanner on the scene as stuff still commences. There's been mass arrest bus called in, all different types of stuff.
C-124, officer at Pershing and Broadway.
I can. What do you need?
C-124 just pulled a number for possession of a firearm. He's not logged in. He's not going to be able to get it off the CAD. Can I get a serial?
I'm thinking about letting them come all the way down to Pershing.
Yeah,
because the fences are in the street.
Good with that?
It's 50092.
Yes, we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, we are
out there
live
right now.
I'm in the flesh. It is 2/14/2024,
Disregard, we're staying on the 20th.
p.m. Central Time.
Is there a CRN to hold our body cam footage for the response to Union Station?
They're just now pulling them off of Truman Road, so it's going to be a while before they get down there.
You know who would have pulled it?
Yeah, that was a good video. Thank you for sending that video in.
See if he might be down here. Somebody get a contact phone number with them, with Finn's company, in case we got to call them back and say, hey, you can come back a little bit later or something.
CP to dispatch, go ahead.
Number 52 is fine.
Rally ops is perimeter.
You're fine.
Operations, go ahead.
I heard East gives green light to demobilize. What's status for West? We still got personnel over here, including myself.
You're fine.
Stand by, I'm getting it.
Truck 13 responded.
Truck 13, show you responding.
Thank you. Tell them we'll try to give them a ring since we can get freed up.
6972, if you're asking for the CRN for the whole Union Station incident, I have it when you're ready.
Copy. I'm waiting for Chief Walker to call me. The 10th, East 10th, West 10th will stay up.
You are walking.
I am waiting for Chief Walker to call me. Try to get everybody mobilized here.
Go ahead.
Copy, no problem. We are on station.
I don't see 2 yet.
Great, copy.
Go ahead, Hughes.
I don't see 2 yet.
24009-897. 24009-897.
5127, copy. Thank you.
I mean, I seen that rumor floating in chat. The happy, I can't see the rest of your name. What a happy, whatever that is. I have it. I've seen that rumor in chat. That's about it. Not anywhere else though.
6261 to Officer Plaza.
And you said Marv?
Mark with a K.
Go ahead for Praza.
No.
Did you take a firearm from a female at Union Station that was having a panic attack?
No, sir.
Any white female officers on the air that took a firearm from a black female that was having a panic attack?
I believe it was Detective Klaschka.
804, I'll be at Pershing and Grand with 814 and 826. Handling traffic coming out of the Weston. Just the staging area for detectives.
Detective Klaschka, are you on the air?
I am, go ahead.
Okay, so
we have that female here at the corner of that she's supposed to meet with you.
Reports coming out of from Kansas City, the police officers are saying they have an armed person inside of an indoor garage between the Weston and Union Station.
On the northeast corner.
Copy. Area Commander. At 813, I'm freed up. You guys have another spot that you need help with? Tag 7 to CB.
What?
Again, if you're just coming in, there's another presser. Another presser is going to be at 5 p.m. Again, another presser at 5 p.m.
Put out a tone and try to get anybody who's actually on the crime scene to answer up with their radio number and location so we can try to determine how many people we have out here in case we need to start thinking about relief.
CP to dispatch 2, copy that.
We just want any officers that are on crime scene to answer up with their location, radio number, so we can have a log of who's on a spot, so we can work on relief.
804, at some point, are we going to consolidate these radio channels so we can all communicate with detectives or whoever's on scene?
804, yeah. Let me figure that out. I'll let you know.
Yep, with your location and radio number.
5131 is at 333 West Pershing.
Trent McDuffie. There's Trent
52,
McDuffie. A player already
at the west side of the stage.
5037 is in the med tent at Pershing and Kessler.
Right now, Mackenzie, what was that moment like for you?
Communication stop.
39 on the scene, established holding command. We got light smoke coming through the garage. People evacuated. Now investigating.
Telling on scene, not investigating. All evacuated.
All units can be demobilized. If there are any units left on East Zone dispatch, you can all demobilize. If there are any units left on this channel, you can all demobilize.
Send traffic for 5225.
Chat, I mean, what's the motive here? Chat, I'm just curious. What do you guys think is going to be the motive here in this situation? Was this a planned group thing? Because it seemed like there was multiple shots, but what is going on here? Is this an open to carry state? What do you think the motive here was here in this situation, right? What was it? They knew there was going to be a lot of people, because you got to think, you don't know if you're going to win the Super Bowl. So did they plan this after, or was this on the spot, people had beef thing?
Team, cover 39, I'll show you remaining on scene. We'll clear the TAC after I clear everyone. 5, I'll show you in.
I don't know about that.
700 704.
Terror?
Korean dispatch.
Take this as a terrorist?
Did you copy? There's still 3 Area Command 11 officers at Pershing and Broadway sitting on the crime scene. Copy, thank you.
Excellent, go ahead.
We got 3 or 4 other crews that are saying they're over there at Pershing and Kessler. Are they north of you?
You're not. Command dispatch.
You're still not coming through. Dispatch, go ahead.
Area Command 9 can have all of our officers out there on assignment. Some of them are at the hospital.
Is anyone able to copy him? I can't. All units on TAC 8, you can be in service. All units on TAC 8, you can be in service. TAC 8, now clear.
Copy. 5-5.
I mean, was this just a dispute over football, and all of a sudden someone shot, and then multiple people pulled out guns and were shooting, and that's what happened? I mean, I'm sure we'll hear more about what happened and unfolded at the situation, but more importantly, we do have one dead, and there is a grieving family right now, possibly with 5 others that could pass away that are in critical condition in ICU and fighting for their life through surgeries right now. So prayers through the chat, love and light. Make sure you hit the like button as you're coming in. Hashtag FTA for the algorithm. It helps push it out to other viewers as yourself to keep you informed on what is going on here. Again, if you are just coming in, the Kansas City Chiefs parade celebrating the Super Bowl today took a left turn for the worse when someone was shot and killed, and there was gunfire erupting everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were just coming in and you haven't seen this video, it is very terrifying. Trigger warning as I play this. Let me find out. I do want to play it for you guys. It is triggerish, in my opinion. Where the hell did it go? I just had it right here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I don't even know where I put it at. Let me get this clip, play it for you guys. I see it. Oh, wow. There's this one, too. This one's insane. Here's another one right here. Man tackled. This is the one right here. Look.
No, we tackled him. No, we tackled him. We tackled him. Yeah. When we tackled him, the gun came out.
You said when we tackled him, the gun what?
Tackled him, the gun came out. Tackled him, the gun came out.
When we tackled him, the gun come out.
good. Who's the other guy? Back up, back up. Hey, I got you guys.
Yeah.
2400-9924, 2400-9924.
Yeah, I'm here and I'm in contact with Radio 400. And where we really, I'm in the spot he was concerned about. If we could get the one person there south of me, that's top of the hill by the museum, where the parking lot lets out. And there's somebody on the west side, that would be, I think, Broadway 3, where it goes down towards like the Union Station parking garage. And we believe there's outside agency folks there. Command DMAT 5.
And
Sorry
then
about
here,
that, Persian Broadway copy.
look at this right here.
855, I'm at Pershing in Maine. Where do you need me? Command, this is Upper.
This is DMAT 5. Just trying to get clarification. Are we in service and route to Eastwood, or are we going back to staging?
The vans are now picking everyone up on the west side.
All right, so right there is the tackling.
333 West Pershing there, Bowen. What's your radio number?
They're saying the gun came out here when they tackled him.
602 to all divisions. On 8, we are beginning to demobilize. Have all your golf carts returned to the west side of Union Station where we held the briefing this morning. That's where the vans will arrive to pick everybody up to transport them back. 602 to all divisions. We're beginning to demobilize. Have all your golf carts and equipment returned to the west side of Union Station where we had the briefing this morning. That's where the vans will arrive to transport everybody back.
Among the shooting victims is a 10-year-old who was grazed by a bullet. Hospital.
You know, I have an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, so I think any parents who are at home who maybe didn't come are thinking that could have been me, that could have been my kid.
831, I'm also available from
I don't know if it was
Pershing
the
and
same
Maine.
one, but one of our field producers, shortly after all this happened, talked to a woman who said that her daughter broke her leg trying to get out of here. They got separated from the father. So again, it could be the same family or it could be someone else, because you think about that panic and running, and you know that sometimes, I know that University Health has some injuries that are non-gunshot related.
You think about the
Can you send one of the vans over there to take them back?
Who's taking West Stage radio number, sorry?
On the west side, and then we'll just let those vans know that we do have members waiting on the east side to be picked up as well.
Thank you.
Go ahead with 6900.
Can you copy my phone number down to text me the locations that your officers are at so we can give them relief?
852, I'm available from
Ladies and gentlemen, look at what we're looking at the bottom of our screen right here, right? We were just talking about terrorism in the chat, and it says they literally said no suspected acts of terrorism.
Picked up there.
We're going to have a lot of updates later, guys. We got to go inside and gather this information. I appreciate it.
Oh, we've seen that part.
Pershing, just west of Pershing and Grand.
Copy. So your officers,
And what they
they
should
don't need relief?
And 851's not needed down here at this vehicular on Meyer. 851's available.
Okay, anybody left, just start heading towards Pershing and Grand.
Engine 4 and quarters.
What do you need, a Pershing and Grand?
And Broadway, they need relief.
That's crazy.
Just standing by for any other assignments.
Traffic crews, copy.
Copy. There's several of us here.
Was that a traffic assignment?
Yeah, someone did die.
858. I am no longer needed down here. Meyer and Prospect, where do you need me at?
Do you just stand at Pershing and Broadway?
Just a symbol at Pershing and Grand to the west.
Copy. I'll send a couple crews that way. And does anybody else need help on route security before we start cutting some of these people loose? Again, any route security or crime scene security?
$5120. I'm going to need one for crime scene security. He's on a little small crime scene
Wow,
parking lot
Melly, thank you.
just to the east of Broadway on Pershing. 6140 to CP. Copy.
Okay, so again, we were just talking about, somebody said something about terrorism, and I turned it right onto here. It says, source, shooting near Chiefs victory parade, possibly related to argument that turned violent. Terrorism not suspected. So kid just hit, legs broken, someone lost their life, somebody else might lose their life. Who knows how many casualties end up, turning into something here. What is it? I'm interested in the motive of what happened here, because this is insane.
Slide that open. Going across. Right to C Street now.
For calling, I can't copy you.
I apologize. I think my battery is about dead.
ALS2 returning to Eastwood.
This has the CP.
We have available traffic crew that can go over to the Pershing and Broadway area. They're requesting some assistance over there.
Could you give me the phone number and I'll call you?
329-0967. Gosh.
Dispatch from Chief 9, you can go ahead and release both mutual aid companies with our things.
On the other channel, they were asking for either relief or help over there. Does everything look good on lockdown?
Okay, so here's a shot right here. You guys got to check this out. Now it says, this is when I was watching this on stream, so this might be that. Let's check it out. Here it is, right here, the moment everything went down.
Patrick fucking Mahomes!
What? Come on. What did that sound? What kind of gun did that sound like, ladies and gentlemen? Listen to that again. This is the moment everything erupts. It's about a 4-minute and 22-second video. Let's check it out here.
Patrick fucking Mahomes!
Listen to this.
Patrick fucking Mahomes!
Listen. What is that? Holy shit.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
It did. Again, if you're just coming in, this is the moment everything was going down. I was watching this live on stream, by the way. That may not be a gun, Doc Lucy. I was thinking that sounds like firecrackers. I don't know. Oh, wow. What? Is that blood on the ground? They're doing CPR on this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, they're doing CPR on this guy right here. Oh my God. Look at all that on the ground right there. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. That guy right there is getting CPR done on him in the middle of the street. Ladies and gentlemen, put your prayers in chat for this gentleman that is on the ground here. I don't know what's going on with our world today, but light this chat up with love and light and prayers for everything that is commenced today, and not just for these people, but for everything that is going on in our dark ass world. We need better role models, ladies and gentlemen. We can't even go to a parade anymore without gunshots being commenced off and killing our people. This doesn't even make sense, man. What are we living? What country are we living in right now? Does nobody know how to be civil anymore? Again, you seen that guy CPR being done on him in the middle of the street. Wow. Absolutely insane. I haven't seen that. That was not on the footage that I seen.
Somebody got shot.
Yes, it was. It was a fun man.
Watch out.
I think there's more that goes on in this.
He walking like he looked.
Somebody shot right there. Look at them. Oh my God. Email.
Wait.
Shit! Move!
Get the fuck off!
What is going on?
Scoot over, y'all.
Wow. I didn't want to play that. Let's see what's going on up there.
Police earlier, and here's what she was saying.
This is not Kansas City.
Okay, we've seen that. Let's turn our scanner back on.
Need a hydrant case? Excuse me, the officer at Children's Mercy Radio 6122 is Officer, last name phonetically, Tom Henry Ida Edward Robert Young. Copy? Car 212 and round.
Copy, and I believe they got him released. Car 212 responding.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. I'm gonna double check with the other radio frequency, and we might start having people here soon. I'll let you know. We might need a plug. The one right by our rig is dead. Check that one on piping. We'll get to one on top.
Wow, interesting. Thank you for
everyone responding.
Come in from Trust 1 Captain.
Air 1 responding.
Attack 62, attack 3. 819 to 700. But 819. This was White Bonnet at 2, Chief. Have another company, grab another hydrant. This one at top instead. We got a hold of the main guy here with the crew tearing down the stage. They're going to hold off on it for now until we determine otherwise.
High to such a low.
We're going to get up by you and give you our hydrant.
Pulling up here
give you our
University
plug.
Health. They were hopping out of their cars. They were rushing over.
Hold up, let's see what she's saying about the report.
And right now, we've given you the latest that we have from police, but we do know that several people were shot. You know, one person has passed away, but as far as we know, there are no additional victims that KCPD has reported to us so far. So we have talked to several people.
Again, I think that we've seen that one person in that TMZ video that passed away. They were doing CPR on him. They were doing CPR on him, so it's obvious that his heart stopped. Pray for that family. I don't know what happened there, but good gracious.
Back in the studio.
Alyssa Jackson reporting for us live there at one of the
It's
probably most
8:45.
fraught places.
Pray for that.
Just south of Pershing and Kessler by the luxury apartments here behind the IRS building.
6035.
6035, guys.
Do we still have
Absolutely
a
nothing
valid
half-assed.
identification point anywhere?
Union Station.
Promise Command has fire.
Can you advise if that's still a thing?
214 respond.
You dispatch, that's correct. That should be the same location.
838, do we know where media is supposed to be arriving at?
Casey, once we get water, we're going to try to knock the front of this down without putting any water in on you. We'll be careful. We're going to try to knock that front down.
Okay, 'cause I think the street that I'm on here is Kessler. I can't let them any further north down there, can I? 6841 to Bowling. Command from search.
Go for command. Dispatch, RB 3-minute clock.
CP to dispatch.
Air quality on floor 2, freeze is normal.
We're knocking it down now, Case. Don't
They're
hit
not-
that front room yet.
They're knocking it down. Do you hear that? They're knocking it down.
parts per million. Correct.
Well, we're right there, so when you shut down, let me know.
Okay, 843 to 838. Furthest
Now
north
look
I
at
can
how much
come is
blood was
down
on
here
the
to this
beautiful messy
parking
boy.
garage just on the east side of the IRS building, but that's only if they're tenant.
There was enough blood on the ground for, trust me, there was a lot. If you go back to that clip and look, you'll see what I'm talking about. That dude definitely was, he lost a lot of blood.
He drove right past me. Can I let him come north of me then?
0 parts per million on 4th and 2nd floor. Come back this side, 553.
And that includes officer. We're not directly involved. All officers.
Only if they're tenants going to this parking garage, there's nowhere further for them to go because it's a crime scene.
Get after it, Casey. It's yours.
Okay, just double checking.
Copy. All officers.
Can you tone that out citywide, please? 19700. Dispatch, add car 216 to the alarm.
Add card 216.
Truck 5, you're going to be my red.
Yes, sir.
Copy, truck 5's a red. Opportunity, you ready for water? How's it working? 819 to any crime scene detectives that might be on scene on this air?
6841 to Bowling.
Dispatch,
Shit's
give
crazy.
me an update. We got 2 small working right now.
2 small working right now.
On 819, I'll walk towards them here and relay a message for you.
Engine 3 in service. Thank you. I have a guy down here in my position that might have some video of the incident.
Stand by one.
Hey, what's the west side of this building look like? We're just to the east side.
Who has that video?
819 has a citizen down here that was filming when the gunshots started happening. That might have some footage of it.
Hold on to him and I'll send a detective to you. Are you at Pershing and West End still?
Yes, sir.
704 to 819.
There's another
Car 120 responding.
Car 120 responding.
Coming from the west, 120. 404, this is Alps. Copy. Thank you. 819, we're trying to send a detective to you. Okay.
14th Street Commander, 3 minutes are up.
Copy that. How we looking inside? Command 23. Go ahead, 23. We're good.
Wheatley, this is operations. Hey, Hunter, do we have any traffic crews up there by the sweepers?
Copy that. You guys put a good pre-knock on it from out here. Looking better.
Yeah. We're at Truman and Grand right now.
Okay, so they're still working on that little pass between Truman and 18th, or?
No, shoot, they're like at 16th Street. They barely moved.
They brought in 4 more. Hopefully it gets faster. 5100 to Sergeant True.
That is probably a fatal car.
10 truck, this command, give me a search when you get a chance. Primary on that second level.
Go ahead. You guys get relieved down there?
It was 800. I'm just trying to gauge when I can start cutting people loose at all. How many guys you got down there?
Dispatch show 204 responding. Copy.
Spec 204 responding.
24s, 23s, you guys still got good fire up in that attic up above you, that loft area.
Here's what it looks like. This is one of our
Hey, Russ,
suspects,
2
ladies and
detectives are
gentlemen.
walking down there to the crime scene tape there where the motorcycle officer standing in the street.
They said gunfire.
Load on to KCPD.
Eddie's walking them down.
Okay. Sergeant Fuego just sent somebody.
Miss Dog Lover, there was a shooting at the Kansas City Chief Super Bowl parade. Now, multiple people have been injured. There's one person dead. We seen someone in the street getting CPR done on him. I seen a lot of blood that was lost from that person that they were doing CPR on. So I don't know if that's the person or not, but there's a lot going on here. And this is one of the persons that were arrested here, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm showing you. Thank
Seems
you.
like they were at Truman and Grand for a long time.
858 to 760. Are you up there with the street sweepers? You need any more assistance?
All right, we'll get one right now. 1030 to CP.
Exactly.
That's all I can advance fires on.
A lot of nastiness in the
Go
world.
ahead.
Promise, man. Promising.
I need a department vehicle that can take 2 of my detectives back to quarters so they can pick up their vehicle.
There's one of our suspects. Allegedly.
Yeah, district car to where?
Well, we're going to be at Pershing and West Penway here in about 4 minutes. So if someone's available.
I can put it on the list. They're blacked out.
845 to 704. Go ahead, 845. 603, I'm about Pershing and Broadway, getting ready to head out toward the academy and drop stuff off. I can take them by headquarters if they want to come here. So I'm on the west side of Union Station. Copy that, thank you. You can stop the clock.
Copy that.
Dispatch 179. We copy, direct captain, thank you. We're working to you now.
Your radio kind of messed up.
There are some members of the NIA that have equipment on the riser over there by a bicycle rack, just behind you, 100 yards or so. I see yellow tape but no white tape. They're wondering if or how long it'll be before they can get to that.
23s, 24s, be careful of that front porch. South side, looks like it's about to give.
Stand by. The colonel and major are right here. I'll ask
Hold up. So Missy, you said your son was there.
Hey, you calling the Santa on us? Dispatch car 214 on the scene.
Car 214 on scene.
Let's put prayers
We're
for
not going to be
Missy
able to
in
let
chat.
anyone close to that, so just take numbers down and relay them to me if we need to call somebody and what equipment it is.
Okay.
Put prayers for Missy in chat. Actually, she said, Missy J on YouTube, my son and his friends were there near the shooting. Thought it was fireworks. Separated from his girlfriend. His friend was trampled and hurt his ankle, but all are okay. They saw victims on the ground, and one of his friends took this picture of an arrest. Thank you for sharing with us, Missy. I appreciate that. And I hope your baby boy gets home okay. God bless you again. Thank you for sharing with us.
Dispatch this command, give me informational tones. We're going to set up a collapse zone on the south side, A side of the building. We're setting up a collapse zone, A side of the building.
All crews be advised. We're setting up a collapse zone on the A side of the building on the south side. All crews be advised. We're setting up a collapse zone on the A side of the building on the south side.
What risers is it on, Bobby? Over here, like,
yeah,
right by the stage?
If there was one.
Can we get a jumper ladder to the second floor?
No, in the middle of the road.
CP copy. Thank you.
If we have them there, we
Yeah, I don't
definitely
think
would.
they're going to be able to get that for a while, and they didn't have a time frame.
Answer 3/4.
Engine 3/4.
23, jumper's on the way up. 8:30 to 8:19.
I'm looking at you right here. Turn around. Just wave your arms.
8:30 to 8:18. Good. You got the party with the video?
Yeah, right. That guy was
Attack 6 to attack 3.
Affirmative, and I have hooked him up with the detectives here.
Oh, 6-42.
For captains that are kind of coordinating the officers out here on the crime scene.
Go ahead, 60.
Yeah, do we have any sergeants or captains still out here that are coordinating the officers that are on the crime scene?
8:30 to 8:18. Can you bring them back down here? The detectives here. And the sergeant's here with the
That's the
officers.
old presser from earlier.
5120. Go ahead. Kevin, send that detective car around over here. Or not. Yes, I will bring him back to you.
Hey, it's Officer Wilson and Paul over here on the west side of Union Station, right next to the main stage. They were part of Area Command 2, and they don't know if they're released yet or if they need to stay here on the crime scene.
Anybody need help or release?
It seems there's still a lot of stuff going on. Again, heavy police presence. I see KCFD out there, ambulances, multiple ambulances. Again, a heavy police presence. They're showing everything going on here that was commencing. I played a lot of that footage back into the stream. You can go back and see it. There's a lot of heartbreaking moments that I've seen, things that, I don't know, kind of impacted from what I've seen. Man laying there on the ground, a lot of blood. A very, 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 very bad scene. Families ruined today. More families to add on in Kansas, well, Missouri. But again, this is the celebration of the Kansas City Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden there is a mass shooting. We've seen people tackling, civilians actually tackling a guy with a gun, multiple people. So shout out to those guys for saving, possibly a few more lives.
Traffic officer is that supposedly was contacted.
Thank you, Janet.
Okay, 818. Can you find out where his witness is that supposedly had video? Disregard, man.
Car 220, are you responding?
Attack 7 to attack 60.
On attack 50 or 60, go ahead.
818 to 801. Give me just a minute. I'll call you back. 24s, 23s. You still got good fire in the AD corner. Alpha Delta corner.
Copy.
Coffee, we're hitting that attic now.
1030. Radio 1030.
Go ahead, ma'am. Sorry. Yeah, I will in just a bit. I have her number, but thank you.
Copy.
110 on scene.
Car 110 on scene.
Where's Keena?
Chief 7 in service. Chief 7 in service.
Yeah, Vic carrying a victim on his shoulder. That was sad. Press conference from police. Any press conference that we see, we play immediately.
838 to 843. There's going to be a white Toyota RAV4, white female occupant that lives down there.
Send me some.
Anyone know where 6122 is in Children's Mercy? They're trying to relieve him.
It's a great question, Miss Dog Lover. What is the motive here? I don't think we'll know for a while.
10 truck or 3 truck. Can you give me a primary, please?
TV to dispatch will call their sergeant. Copy, thank you.
Primary, second floor. Copy that. Dispatch, you copy direct?
I think he said.
Again, there's more mass reports or reporting coming out of Florida of shootings. So I am seeing those emails coming in about the shooting in Florida or possible heavy police presence there also.
1640.
6100, 1042.
6100, 1042.
Thank you, Southern Soul True Crimes. Love the name, by the way. Shout out to all my South people. We're slept on. Keep changing the world. Put good and love and light and good energy in here. I don't
120 on
understand.
scene.
People
Car
feel,
120 on scene.
I feel like this day and age, people feel that, you know, that they're extra strong because they got a firearm, and if they get into a fight nowadays, you have to use a firearm. It's weird. There's a lot more shootings than there was present day than back in the day.
Here, and our car is at Union Station, so we're up here wandering around we can't go, everything's on lockdown. You can't go inside a building, so you're just walking around out here. And they had somebody else get shot up here where they told us to walk to. So and then we've got 2 people that came with us.
I was going to say, at this point, you haven't been able to reunite with.
And so we're just out here wandering around on foot because the place we have to go to report a missing is not walkable distance.
Tony Brooklyn
They all
on
start coming
seizures
in and
without
out.
delay.
And then you see all this policemen come running in there.
Eyewitness
and you
statement.
knew something happened in the station. You knew something happened inside while everyone coming out. Yeah, this is shocking because this is supposed to be a joyous occasion.
You know, listening to them, you could just hear the emotion in their voice. And we cover events, you know, on a regular basis. And this is something, you know, a Super Bowl celebration, something we were all looking forward to. And as I saw other members of the media, you know, when they walked past, there was a look.
Okay, I just wanted to hear those eyewitness accounts right there at the moment. And then this was from
Our victim who is deceased, but your police department stands ready, and we are invested in the safety and betterment of Kansas City.
Lawrence Graham, up Pleasant Hill, nothing for there.
Thank you.
6045. CP to dispatch. Go ahead. The officers at Children's Mercy, they're right in the ER. You can't miss them. Copy.
there's somebody right there on the
89.
ground.
I'm not sure if you've been advised, the Kansas City detail.
Copy. Less traffic for officers at Children's Mercy of the ER. Our radios are fading in and out.
We were just trying to find you. You're relieving. Couldn't find you. We got it. Copy.
5035.
$50.35.
They won't be able to get their car out of the northwest parking garage, or all the garages still locked out.
Graham, we use on scene. I guess we could take out Lieutenant.
Somebody out of the scene able to
And then
advise that?
celebration.
801-819.
I don't know. There's a lot going on at these events today. Like I said, yeah, Palm Beach Mall. I was taking a look at that. That's what I was just looking at before. There's a lot going on, ladies and gentlemen. Man, we need better leaders in this country, I feel like. Role models in general. And I'm not talking about politicians. I'm just speaking from all walks of life. You know, I think it's more important to reach out to the youth and, you know, talk to the youth, especially people that the youth listen to. And we could sit here and name people all day long, right? And I think it all starts with that. People just speaking out against violence.
Squad 1 in service.
I believe in our
Squad
right.
1 in service.
It's people that make us look bad that are just out here committing these mass
5120.
murders.
Hey, just to advise for the officers, nobody can come down Pershing to Broadway. They've locked the scene down, so the whole block is a crime scene. No pedestrians can get down to Broadway, so don't send them this way.
Med 1 on scene. Stage 5 on scene, Stony Brook, man. Stage 5 on scene, Stony Brook.
5189. Get your your question answered.
Copy.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Copy.
1640.
I don't know if this is one of the guys that are in custody here, though.
CP to dispatch.
Although I appreciate the support to the channel.
Dispatch, I got all clear secondary, second floor, face to face.
Good. All clear secondary, face to face, second floor.
This information, we're breaking down CP, and the CP bus is going to take over the log.
Copy. Breaking down CP. 16-4.
Hold on, let me go ahead and save that picture, right?
5999 and commanders on scene. Willing to take a phone call.
This is the picture of said
843 to 800.
I don't know if this is our suspect right here,
Yeah, go ahead.
suspects, but again, snapped photo shot. Thank you, Missy J, for sending this in.
Chief 7 responding.
Tracy, thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it.
Chief 7 responding.
Hit the like button. FTA for the algorithm. What is going on here in Kansas City today, ladies and gentlemen, or Missouri / Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade with a lot of people, and all of a sudden some stuff popped up.
I don't know anything about that, but I'll try on the other channel.
When's the last time that there was a shooting in the Super Bowl
I've got
parade?
them here with me just south on Kessler.
Again, exclusive here to the Rep Gang family. Shout out to Missy J. Her son is at this location. I pray that he gets home safe. Thank you for sending in this picture that you tagged me on
760
Twitter.
to 761 and 65. Hey, come on down here with me, down here to 18th, because the people are down here on the street. So those things can be okay on their own.
Copy. Ninja 3 responding. 800 CP.
845 to the motorcycle officer on Pershing, west of Kessler.
All right, here's some news right here.
Chief 7 and company. Looks like it's a red SUV versus a black SUV.
That's Officer Bowen. Go ahead.
Yeah, one of my guys was contacted at Pershing and Kessler area. Somebody from Children's Mercy talking about a debrief somewhere.
So again, here, UH Hospital in Kansas City confirms it's treating 12 victims from the parade shooting, including 8 people with gunshot wounds. So 8 of them have gunshot wounds. You take out the other from the equation, other 4, they're being treated for some other type of injury, but 8 of them again has gunshot wounds. 1 is dead, 5 critical allegedly. A lot going on here still on the ground.
I understand. Can they go up Kessler? Because they came over here from somewhere, and the detective has completely shut down this area.
Thank you,
say that one more time. What was the name of it?
They can go down Kessler, but they can't walk from there to here. This is a crime scene, so they have to go west.
Now, this is another one. Active
It's
shooter.
the west DMAT tent over here. Copy, I'll relay.
They cannot come west because the detective has shut down the sidewalk and everything.
503.
Well, they're stopped. They can't come here either, so I don't.
800 the officer asking about the debrief. 800 to Bowen.
Go ahead, sir.
Dispatch Med 6 is on the scene. Looks like we have a minor rear end damage. Med 6 will be on investigation. You can cancel chief and second engine.
That was you asking about the debrief. I'm told it's at the west.
Us being okay.
DMAT
We're from Destin,
tent.
Florida,
Would
and
that
that
be
is
anything to them?
about a 13-hour drive.
That wasn't
And
me
it definitely
asking
does frustrate us. Yeah, I never understood how, because you always see it in the news, but you don't understand that it actually does happen, and it's sad. It's supposed to be a family event.
Again, just one of the many witnesses saying the same thing and reiterating the fact that I know Grace had said there were 9 children and minors being treated at Children's Mercy, many like her treated for injuries because they were stepped on or bumped or pushed aside or what have you, not necessarily shot in this, but we do know that several were indeed shot and again, one fatally.
Well, this is a tweet from KCTV5's Betsy Webster. These are updates from Betsy. She says, updates on Chiefs rally shooting victims from area hospitals.
At least
University
8 of them
Health,
kids?
8 gunshot victims, 3 of them critical.
8 kids?
Children's Mercy, 9 gunshot victims, at least 8 of them kids.
Wow.
That's reporting from our Betsy Webster.
So the kids did have gunshot injuries is what she's hearing. Okay.
Oh, Children's Mercy, 9 gunshot victims, at least 8 of them kids. So your heart sinks when you hear something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the numbers keep rising. Sadly, when we first came to you here at 2:00, we were hearing, a couple people hurt, and we thought it would end there. And these numbers keep rising.
Just keep rising.
It is devastating.
Yeah, it does keep rising. And there's another report right here. Let's listen in.
Running, and I started yelling, "What's going on? What's going on?" And a woman yelled, "They're shooting! They're shooting!" And I jumped down. The lady next to me, we just started running, and my husband, we turned around and we left everything. And then we didn't get but maybe about 10-15 feet from our stuff before they started saying they've got him. And so we stopped and we started, are you sure? Before we started to go back, but everybody was still running and rushing, and everybody was just bumping into each other, and it was just very chaotic.
Tiffany, as you were there and as you were preparing to go to the parade, did you have any sense in your mind? Did you have any anxiety or fear that something like this might happen? Meaning, it is something that has happened in other communities in America. Did you go there with any sense of even low-level anxiety that something like this might occur?
I really didn't. I always try to have like situational awareness.
Again, they're saying 8 kids. Listen, 8 kids shot or hurt. 8 of them kids. Is that what 8 of them kids? Is the deceased one a kid?
Oh my God! That we would be right up there with a lot of people. And I never, even at the point where it happened, I never felt unsafe. So even going into it, I didn't, go in there, and even until the point happened, I didn't feel unsafe.
Get to their cars inside the parking garage, and of course there was an active scene inside the garage as well, and we were told that was contained. So obviously very active as far as the investigation is concerned.
Go ahead.
Nothing to be concerned
One
about.
is what we agreed on, and I got their number to call them if we can come back and help them out tomorrow or whatever to get the rest of it.
Copy, Alama.
The witness bus has been released, detectives.
Okay, thank you.
There's still too much traffic down here, and crime seem to come that far south. ATA 98, I'm going back to Center Center.
Copy.
What location are they at currently?
Was that Medicaid? 20th. In the cell, there's a whole gaggle of people just standing in the middle between 20th and 19th. 1160 to dispatch.
260, go ahead.
Got a female that's trying to get to the center there at 2301 Main. Does anybody know a good way for her to get there?
Anyone advise how to get to 2301 Main?
The only way would be to come south on Main from like 18th Street.
And this is a possible suspect.
I copy direct. Thank you. Yep.
I'm seeing that. Possible suspect if you're just coming in.
Squad 1 and quarters.
Squad 1 and quarters.
Wow, man. This is such a heartbreak.
Hey, who's going to be blocking 20th and Grand southbound?
The world is falling apart.
Or is it blocking at 22nd before everybody leaves from here?
My guy back here smiling like that, man. This ain't a situation like that, my guy. This is a bad situation. Look at the phones all out right here.
It's Pershing, but Grand, I don't think it is. Blocked at 22nd. We've got a block for westbound at Pershing. Dispatch command, can you have the mechanic come here? Air 1 in town.
For Air 1, you said?
That is affirmative.
Copy that.
Yeah, right? It's getting
Are
close.
they coming down further down to Pershing or not? I'm sorry, I didn't hear earlier what you guys were talking about.
And Air One, you
in the
said
last
to the
5 years,
south.
and how he had to tell his
Yeah, they were
kids to
stopping at
run and
12.
hide behind this Weston Crown Center sign so he would have some cover from a potential shooter. Just a lot of people out here are shocked that something like this happened on a day like this in Kansas City, where the sun is out, there's not a cloud in the sky. We're celebrating a championship here in our beloved city. I also saw a father here who was reunited with a young teenage son, both the older father and the son completely in tears due to the emotion
Now, I
of
haven't seen
today.
anything
A
on that.
lot of people down here just left wondering how this could happen, why this could happen. And a lot of people here also have a fear that the national perspective of Kansas City is certainly going to shift. This has been a time where we've really been patting ourselves on the back. It's been a banner year, 2023 in Kansas City, with the Chiefs, with all this other stuff. But here, the lasting memory a lot of people have told me that there will have of this parade is the shooting. I asked, are you going to remember the good, the bad, the good and the bad? And pretty much unequivocally, the answer we get is that they will remember the bad. Now, they do want people to know that this is not what Kansas City is all about, but this is certainly something that we are dealing with at the moment. I know a lot of people have said right now that this is not Kansas City, but we've also talked to some people today that have said that this is Kansas City, because we are coming off the year, the deadliest year on record in Kansas City. So a lot of people saying, while this is something maybe unexpected, a lot of people are saying this is something maybe we should have expected here in Kansas City, considering the year that we have just come off of. But again, a very somber scene out here.
I mean, come on, Rescue. I'm actually with you on that. And I actually am a person that has mental issues, right? Just PTSD and different things that I've been diagnosed with. But I could tell you this, K9 Rescue, I would never hurt somebody. I would never intentionally hurt somebody. Should I cry when I see people hurt? I cry and hurt for others that are hurt. So, like, I know what it feels like to feel like hurting someone, right? Even on accident, bumping them, knocking them over. It just isn't in my DNA. I'm sorry. So that meant I don't know what those other mental people are talking about, and those with those excuses, but I would never ever hurt someone without them trying to take my life. That's the only way I'd have to defend myself, and I'd even feel bad for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where there's the last of a dying breed. Where's the morals at? Everybody just thinks about pulling out a gun and shooting someone and taking somebody's life. It just doesn't. This world's going crazy. Look at all these people running right here to the left, just scattering out of here, going like crazy. This is insane. This is insane.
When we heard the shots fired, or at least that's what we're hearing, shots fired just before 2 o'clock this afternoon. People began to run away from the scene as police began basically to run towards the sounds of that gunfire to try to stop these alleged shooter or shooters.
Yeah, police tell us that they have taken 2 armed gunmen in custody earlier today. Sadly, one person is dead. At least up to 15 to 18 are now. That number continues to fluctuate, but as many as 18 now. That might go up past the 14 that you see on your screen. They were taken to multiple hospitals, including Children's Mercy. We don't know the ages of the victims. At a news conference earlier today, Police Chief Stacey Graves denounced the shooting.
I just have one thing to say. This is not Kansas City. I'm angered by what happened, but I want you to know that the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department and all the law enforcement officers that were there today, that were serving and protecting, did the best that they could, and I'm so proud of them.
It is insane, Rickety Cricket.
Getting 2 people into custody and at the same time rendering life-sustaining aid to those victims.
Available.
We
need them at main and Pershing and any marked patrolman as well. Our scene security is being compromised, and we don't have enough manpower.
They're being compromised?
Southbound Grand right now until I can figure out what's wrong with the stage and make them turn to go east on right there.
Everyone transporting to Lakewood Medical.
Did you hear that?
No one transporting to Lakewood Medical.
Copy. Any supervisor will respond to Pershing and Maine. We're still blacked out citywide.
Agent 6 quarters.
800, 700. Hey, I'm just, there's no way for them to get onto Pershing or west over there toward that crime scene. I think we'd probably be okay to let Grant flow. What do you think?
Somebody targeting kids?
1008, I've got 8 heading that way.
They're all going southbound here, and we're directing to Gillum.
Copy. That's fine.
You copy that? I'm sorry, what was that, sir? Hey, since there's no other way for these guys to get westbound for that crime scene, we can go in enough range here just as long as we got OK blocked right there where you're standing. Copy that.
I just posted on Twitter reports coming out of Kansas City. They are saying 9+ kids with gunshot wounds. Can anyone confirm? I posted that on Twitter. I do see some of y'all in the comments, so I did post a tweet asking on X. I said reports are coming in that there is 9 children with gunshot wounds. Can anyone confirm? Now I heard them say 8, right? I heard them say 8, but I'm not about 9. Yeah, exactly. I mean, shit, even I'm diagnosed with bipolar. I would never. That's crazy.
700, 800, you can go ahead and cut everybody, minus anybody that's on the crime scene. And if you got a couple volunteers that just might want to stand by for a minute.
Anyone on scene needing air? Get down to Air 1. Anyone on scene now needing air? Head down to A1. Copy that. 800, anybody not on assignment, you're good to go. I will take 2 volunteers. You want to stick around just in case something else pops up, though.
Got every single one of these bad boys on. At least 15 injured per news report. Yep. 10 is what is reported. Do you think it could have been gang crossfire? No excuse, but I'm wondering. I mean, how do you hit 9 or 10 kids? Is that intentionally? I mean, that's a lot of kids. So was this a teen showdown? Was there teen beef? What is it? I'm a little bit confused here, but I'm confused just with the kid amount that all these children were getting hit. That is the confusing part about this all. The amount of children that were hit and versus adults is
818 CP.
insane. It's a distraction. Sorry, but these shooters are Americans. Stop with the open border crap. So sick of politics. Yeah, we hear about that a lot. There's a lot of politics. Palestine bullshit. You never know. There's a lot going on, and it could be that. It could be. There's tons of different things. We'll see.
818 CP.
And we'll see.
She was working on confirmation with that as well. So I know that we're waiting word for her.
Is that blood in the street?
They may have switched over to that reach call
You see
channel.
that blood in the street, guys? It looks like possible blood in the street.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed it. Which is it? Reach column like 9 or 10 or something?
1936 to the command post.
He said it's bullshit.
Oh, we all missed it, apparently. It's something called reach call. It's a knob on your switch. Just go down from 9, you'll run into it. Right around, instead of 2, it's actually there, and run around 3.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, the open borders are real. Fact.
Go ahead for command post. Rangers here in service. We have about 8 agents at Pershing and Maine blocking pedestrian traffic that will need relief here sooner than later. Do you have any available crews to take their spots?
They had a presser. 6 p.m. They had a presser already.
818 CP.
Truck 1 in service. Go ahead for command post.
Truck 1 is there.
Okay, I have a whole stack of people at
Good, get out of
Broadway
there.
and Kessler that want to go get their cars out of the parking garage. Are they eligible to do that?
Engine 5 quarters. Stand by. I'll get an answer for you.
Thank you.
Red Kingdom, they call it? What do you mean? Red Kingdom, they call it. Some people like open borders. Babe.
and realize the magnitude of the situation. You know, law enforcement also has two governors, because the governor of Kansas was here, the governor of Missouri was here. You know, you had the mayor of Kansas City. You know, you have a lot of dignitaries that are in Union Station, including the entire Chiefs football team, plus their families, some of their friends, the staff, the Hunt family. So, you know, whether they were running into Union Station to make sure they were okay, we don't know. But the whole situation was such that of the 800 law enforcement members that were on scene trying to keep this whole entire area and all the people in it safe, they are hitting all the areas trying to make sure that they are trying to get control of what has happened. And that includes a person who was not that too terribly far away from us who had been shot, and then all these other people who had been shot in all these other places. So, you know, when you take the magnitude of the situation and what law enforcement was dealing with, I mean, it's monumental what happened in Kansas City today. And you know, it's just, it's something that everyone is going to have to process and
Yeah, it is wild. We'll see, but I don't know. Yep, shooting at the parade. Low 12. If you were just waking up, nice to see you. Auntie Low in the building. Yeah, there was a shooting again. One dead. Not. They're saying 9 to 10 children shot. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 to 10. They're saying 4 to 5 of those are not gunshot wounds of the people that were injured. But wow, I mean, it's a lot of evil going on. I think that there is another presser at 6. There's another presser at 6 o'clock. But ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I do have some stuff to go do for Valentine's Day. And if you are on later when I get back on, I will be talking.
This 110. That smoke from the basement's just residual.
I appreciate you guys joining me. Thank you. But I will be back on in a little bit. I just wanted to hop on. This was a crazy situation. I wanted to cover it as it was unfolding. There's a lot going on, a lot more to cover here. So I'll be talking to you guys in a little bit. Like I said, I got some Valentine's stuff to do. So shout out to all of you for showing love today and coming by this stream. Keep spreading the story. It's insane. Love you guys. I'll see you in a little bit.
There's 8 people injured in this building. Again, 8 people injured in this building.
Remember, love and light, and lock your doors. Until next time, Rev Gang family. We are Rev Gang strong.